Hello, and welcome to the Mountain Lazy Guys podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Matt,
And I'm Andrew.
and this is Mountain Lazy Guys After Dark, late night edition. Little miscommunication. He texted me at like 4 o'clock and said, "Hey, we good for tonight?" I just left work. Sent a text in traffic. Yeah, I'm good.
Never got the text.
Never got the text.
I
I'm
had
sitting here
I had
like
receipts
8:30.
to show it too.
I was like 8:45 came. I was like 9 o'clock came. I was like, well, maybe something happened. Let me just shoot him a text. Like, you all right? He's like, yeah, I'm all right. What are you talking about? I was like, oh, were you recording tonight? I thought we were. You never responded. And then we started sending receipts back to each other, back and forth. I sent a screenshot where it showed I replied, and he sent one back where he didn't get it. So
Yeah, I'm just sitting at the house, drinking sweet tea and watching a show about Jim Jones. I'm good.
Speaking of drinking, let me go. That's not a beer. That's not Miller Lite, the official beer of the podcast. That's a crispy Diet Coke.
That's the official soft drink.
Yes, Diet Coke. If you're listening, please send it by the case or by the pallet. Yeah. So here we are. Not a lot going on for me. 2 weeks ago, I got to shout him out. I think his name was Buck or Buzz. It was something kind of weird like
Something
that.
cool.
Yeah, something cool. Weird was probably a bad choice of words. So yeah, me and Landry went out to an FC Dallas game, just the bros, and I think I found my new way of acquiring tickets because I just was old school and like FC Dallas tickets. Googled it, went to the official website, and then went to Ticketmaster and StubHub, and like fuck all this. So I'm a part of a Facebook group called FC Dallas Fans, and every match they have like a ticket thread post, so anybody selling tickets or wanting tickets can post in there. So I posted, I was like, hey, looking for 2 tickets. And I think it's Buck. Mr. Buck came in clutch. He's like, hey, what email do I send the tickets to? I was like, I gave him my email. I was like, how much do you want for them? He's like, hey, man, it's my wife's birthday. I think I'll get in more trouble if I take her to a FC Dallas game. I just want you to enjoy, whoever I give them to enjoy themselves. And I was like, so nothing? He's like, no. I was like, I'm taking my son. This is great. He's like, all I want is for you and your son to have a good time.
What a cool dude.
It was really cool. So we went up there, got there about 5 o'clock, 7:30 kickoff. Got up there for 5 o'clock, grabbed a burger, walked in the stadium. So he's a season ticket holder. His tickets are at midfield, about 12 rows up, which is perfect. But what I didn't know until right before kickoff is his section gets access to like the stadium club. So I've never been in there before, and I think it's almost coming up on 20 years that the place has been open. I've never been inside. So we walked inside. It was a warm, hot night, air conditioned, concession stands, private bathrooms. It was Star Wars night, so Landry had a lightsaber.
You didn't have a lightsaber?
They wouldn't give me one. I wanted one. I wanted one, but yeah. So they had like legit like movie quality like costumed characters walking around.
Oh, this is the best night of Landry's life.
Yeah, it was awesome. Except for the lightsaber, we got a little wild with the lightsaber. Like I had to teach him some etiquette. Raising his lightsaber and people behind us and stuff.
Yeah, you only pull it out if you're ready to kill.
Yeah, and you only pull it out if it's wanted out. So
that's true. It's
need
important
consent.
to teach consent.
Yeah. So yeah, no, it was a great night. We ended up losing. So we ended up losing. Like we were up. It was tied 1-1, and then we pulled one. We went ahead, and then they came back and tied it up. And then about 87 minutes in, we were like, all right. Oh, and parking too. It was parking included, and it was right out front. Like you just got out of the car and walked across.
He's local?
Yeah, he's in Rockwall.
Okay, we need to have this guy on.
Well, I told him, I was like, hey, man, next day I sent a picture of me and Landry. I was like, hey, man, we had a great time. Thank you so much for being cool. If you are ever wanting to get rid of your tickets and make some money, I'll pay for them. I was like, if you ever want to sell tickets, let me know, and I'd be happy to buy.
Well, yeah, he's got a great spot.
Dude, and it was seats 1 and 2. So it was right there on the end.
Oh, I love that.
Dude, it was like perfect. So we went, we had a great time. So yeah, that was kind of the highlight of, not the last, however long it's been. We've had a fantasy football draft since.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
Fantasy, yeah.
I get too wild on Friday nights, man.
And
I didn't get wild on Saturday, which is okay.
I never do.
I never do because I'm so tired. These fools wake up and start drinking, and I'm like, no, I'm just gonna I had like two breakfast taquitos. I did drink every time a Georgia Bulldog got drafted, but I feel like I just got swept up in the moment.
Yeah, I had to drink because I drafted
A Cardinal.
I drafted a Cardinal.
Yeah. Tried to keep it a secret.
Trey McBride. Yeah, I was hoping. Shout out Ryan for dying halfway through.
He did again. That's like the second time he's done that.
Yeah, you know when his picks are getting sloppy, like when he's going to put his picks on the board and they start tilting. Or
I think he put his 6th round pick on someone else's board, and they're like, "What are you doing?" Because he was still playing it off. Like you didn't know he was that drunk.
Yeah.
And then he like moved his pick onto his board, and then he fell asleep in a chair. And then he was like, he woke up hours later, and the draft was over, and we're like picking up food.
Yeah. I ate a lot of glizzies, so that was good.
I brought them glizzies.
And thank you.
Dude,
And
I brought like a 32 hot dogs.
And I ate like 12 of them. Like I'm not complaining. Like you know this, but I've been, on this thing lately of, eating better and trying to get back in shape and lose some weight. And glizzies are not good for you, by the way. There was
Shocker,
there was
right?
some study, like for every hot dog you eat, it takes like, I don't know, like 12 hours off your life. So I was like, fuck, I am screwed. I'll be dead in 2 months. But yeah, I ate glizzies, so that was a pretty good highlight. And Oreos, like I just didn't care. It
was just like a week. It's a vacation. That's how I look at it.
Yeah,
That's why I got hammered drunk on Saturday or Friday night.
I say that every year. I'm not going hard, and then I just get swept up.
Well, then we go to a liquor store, and it's 30% off the entire liquor store.
Shout out, what was his name?
Buddy.
Buddy's
liquor store is probably shut down now.
R.I.P. Enjoy retirement.
Yeah, he's not dead. He's retiring.
So R.I.P. to the store.
There you go.
So yeah, I just get swept up in. Hey, shout out Chad Kelly, former Ole Miss quarterback.
Didn't he do something terrible in college?
Yeah, well, I don't think he killed anybody or anything, but I think he was just like a shithead.
Oh, is that what it was? I thought he had like, not charges, but like allegations and.
He might have, but we got a Friday night CFL action, Canadian because we're fucking football degenerates. We don't have money on it. Oh, by the way, I got to tell a story from the draft. Shout out Brandon. He's never gonna hear this, but. Brandon had it was Saturday night, we're all I was hungover.
I was hungover. I didn't feel great.
And it was late, so the Cleveland Browns were playing Seattle Seahawks. It was the last preseason game of the night, right?
Yeah, because I went to sleep after the Nevada game.
Yeah.
I stayed up for that and watched it. Like it wasn't SMU. It was
SMU.
It was another
SMU
game.
Nevada.
I don't know. Whatever game. I watched that with y'all.
Yeah.
And then I was like, all right, I'm going to sleep.
So, I just wanted some football. I found that it was on. It was live. So Brandon had like $160 on the game, plus 10. Cleveland plus 10. So they're going back and forth. Cleveland,
Seattle.
Or Seattle.
You said?
Yeah, Cleveland and Seattle. So it was Cleveland. It was Seattle plus 10. Basically, Cleveland couldn't lose by more than 10 and a half or whatever. I don't know how that works. I'm not.
Yeah, if they're plus 10, they can lose by up to like 9 points. Because they would add 10 to their final score.
That's Seattle.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they're the underdog. They get added 10 points to the end of their score.
Cleveland was the underdog. I'm fucking this up, but regardless.
Yeah, I know what they were betting on a game.
He was sitting pretty and winning the bet, and then the time is ticking down, and they were down by 11, and he needed 10 and a half. And so they're driving, right? And time's ticking down, under 2 minutes. They're in field goal range. And so it's the last preseason game. So, of course, they're not going to kick the field goal.
It's pointless.
They're not going to kick the field goal. Brandon is, like, pulling his hair out. Me and I think Jason were sitting on the edges of our seat so fucking dialed into this third meaningless preseason game. They drive down. They're on like the 12-yard line, 2 seconds left. I forget who was the quarterback. I want to say it was DTR, maybe.
The guy from UCLA?
Yeah. He fucking throws a dot to the corner of the end zone. Fucking guy catches it 2 feet in. We fucking act like the Cowboys just won the Super Bowl. We're fucking jumping up and cheering just because they scored and they covered and Brandon won his money. And
that's when you know you're a degenerate.
I could see like, okay, I'm glad I don't have this addiction because I could see how you can get fucking wrapped up in it. I'd be betting on like Korean baseball.
Oh, they do that.
Yeah.
People do that.
Yeah.
You know how you win every bet though? Found this out. You take the under in every WNBA game.
Oh yeah.
Easy money.
Oh yeah.
I got a buddy at work that's like knows a bookie that can set you up and like legitimately pay out. He does like 6-game parlays every weekend.
Oh, nice.
And he's like, you can come up with it, and he's like, you got to set up an account. He's like, I can lay the money. I don't know. He also sells like rigged fire sticks. He's always trying to sell me.
Oh, dude, I appreciate the hustle, man.
Yeah, he's always
just
trying to
hustling,
sell me
dude.
something.
He's just hustling.
He's the guy that's in our league. He's the commissioner.
Oh,
In our second league.
Shout out.
I'm not going to give his name out, though, for
No.
legal reasons.
No.
He's a good guy.
because we don't snitch.
That's right.
We don't snitch.
Well, the only thing that's been notable in the last however long it's been, quarter of a year, I paid off the Honda. That was pretty cool.
The CRV.
Yeah, so we got
Nice.
2 paid
That's got a
off
good-
Hondas.
That's a good feeling.
It wasn't like a big payment, but now I told Claire, like, oh, now we can drop the coverage because if you're paying off a loan, they make you carry full coverage.
Yeah.
So I was like, we can drop it to liability, save some more money. So that was exciting. When you're like 36 years old and you pay off your car, that's kind of a big deal.
No hate here.
Claire's going tomorrow to Getzendaner Park because you know how they have those trash cans everywhere that people can paint. She got signed up for the city to do her own trash can there, and I told her I hope they're like new trash cans. You know,
yeah.
she didn't even think about that.
It's
like
prepped.
yeah, well, just not used. So that would be a plus. Elizabeth had her open house for the school the other day.
Yeah.
Like, so those always fucking suck, dude. You just got to walk around. You're looking at other miserable parents walking through room to room, looking at dumbass drawings.
So it was a legit open house.
Yeah.
Okay, because like we had one last night, but it was because the school that Landry goes to is a Title I school, and Title I is like I'm gonna be really bad at this and give a really bad description, but they're underfunded and they're usually kind of like in like lower income areas, and they get more resources from the state. So they have a night where they're mandated to kind of explain what Title I is, kind of the benefits and what goes on. So we had that last night, and the attendance was just abysmal. Like,
Really?
It was like me, Lauren, like maybe 2 or 3 other
man.
parents and kids. But it's not. It's open house had more, not much more, but they had more attendance. But this one, I could understand where people wouldn't care that this was going on. But Lauren's super mom, and she. Landry's his teacher now was his first grade teacher, so Lauren knows her really well. So we went to support.
Well,
And,
just to dunk on you, Elizabeth's school is a biomedical academy,
Yeah, I know.
and there's only like 5 in the nation.
Fucking
so
snob. Fucking snob. Get off your
It's,
idols.
dude, we just
How's the
got zoned to
view?
it. It's not like I paid tuition for
But
her
what
to go
is
there.
but what is that exactly? Like
They just focused on. It's like more of a science and mathematical based.
that's cool.
But she likes her class a lot because her class is like the pet class of all of 2nd grade.
Yeah.
So she's got a bearded dragon, which I told her Landry had. His name is David. And then they have like a bunny in the class. His name's like George. There's a turtle that walks around the courtyard named Missy. But she just likes all the animals, She was pretty
Yeah.
stoked when she found out that her teacher's like the creature teacher trademark. That guy actually lives 1 street away from me on
Right.
on Harbin.
Right.
But hopefully,
I really think though, like the not the snob school, but like the prestigious elementary.
Oh, it's
is Wildman, yeah,
fuck
right
them
by you.
guys. So we live like 2 blocks from that school, and we're like, well, we should get in. But
Yeah.
they're like, oh, it's a lottery system
yeah.
because everyone wants to go here. So we're like, okay, well, put us in the lottery. Well, we actually got selected, and they sent a response to Claire, and it went to her junk mail. So she didn't check it, and they're like, you've been selected. You have 24 hours to reply, and if you don't, your spot's given up. She checked it like a day late and tried to call, and she was like, I didn't get your email. It went to my junk mail. I don't know why they didn't call us or something else. And they're like, oh, well, you didn't respond in time, so your spot's been given up. I said, fuck that school. We're going to go to Marvin. And that year that we first went was like the first year it
Yeah.
got certified as
Yeah.
what it is now. And I'm like, dude, Marvin all the way. Make
Well,
your mark.
I will
Look at that. I got my armband on, dog. I haven't taken this off in like 2 months. Look at my suntan
You got a line. You're dedicated. I will say, I've heard. I don't know about some of the other ones, but we have been more than like happy with Northside. Like that's a great school. I've always heard Marvin was a good school. Wildman obviously. Like I think we're pretty blessed with like.
I like how we're talking shit about elementary schools.
Yeah, fuck
and all
these
the kids-
educators.
All those fucking kids that go there.
I know they're paying for fucking supplies out of their own pocket, but we've been happy with Northside, and
As long as y'all are happy and he's happy, that's all.
well,
that
and it
matters.
was a proud parent moment. Like we got rave reviews about Landry, and
Awesome.
they like him, and they what
Didn't
a good
you-
kid he is.
Maybe it was last year, but didn't he have like his best buddy in his class?
That was first grade.
Oh, okay.
Vincent. Vincent,
Old
which I
Vinny.
think he moved away.
Oh,
and
shit.
Landry doesn't understand. He's like, he didn't even tell me he was going. And I was like, buddy,
That sucks.
it's kind of not up to him. I was like, that's something adults handle, but he's got a little crush in his class, and those were one of the parents that were there.
Yeah.
And I noticed Landry wasn't sitting with us. He was like at a desk and sitting next to this little girl. And Lauren noticed it before, he's like, I think they have a thing. And so Lauren, like, because she knows the teacher, she knows the counselor, she knows the principal, like through the pub, and Lauren being Lauren and knowing it.
She knows them all through the drinking at the pub.
and rightfully so. God bless them.
Right. No, I don't blame them.
Yeah, and just Lauren knowing everybody in fucking Northern Ellis County. And she pulled the Andy, the counselor side, and like, what's up with this? And she's like, oh yeah, it's a thing. Like
It's a thing.
they like each other. So
Oh, yeah.
it's funny seeing Landry kind of act different and like trying to act like
Just like bashful or trying to be.
and trying to play it cool.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, he's getting it now. Like it's like he's
He found one that doesn't have cooties.
yeah. This one doesn't have cooties. So
Okay.
but yeah, no, they all
Well, all those little shithead boys at Marvin have cooties, so they can all fuck off on my kid.
yeah, no.
I guess one of them was like being mean or kind of whatever to Ellie, and Claire's like, oh, that might mean that he likes you. Like when they're being like mean or trying to joke around, and she asked me, and I was like, no. I was like, that means he's a bad kid, and you tell him that you want nothing to do with him.
Stay away from
Stay
him.
away from that kid. You don't need to talk to him. You're better than that. And she's
right.
like, okay.
Okay, Dad.
Okay, I was just asking a question. One other thing I was going to tell you. So, your old mailman, Tony Tran,
Oh yeah.
he moved. He's
Yeah.
gone, dude.
He's gone to
San Antonio. But this is really quick. His nephew got hired on my side. His name's like Bow. We call him Bow Wow, and he has no idea how amazing of a nickname he has. He speaks so little English.
Oh god.
Yeah, everything you ask him, he'll just say like real good and give you a thumbs up, or you're like, how's it going? He's like, good. And he's always just like chain smoking cigarettes. Dude, he fucking powers through them. He'll just stand there. Like I like to like sit down and look at my phone if I'm having a cigarette. He'll just stand there with like his hands on his hips, and he's just like looking around.
Power
He just
smoking.
rips it. Next thing you know, he's like snuffing it out all aggressively, and he's gone. It's like, God bless
Does he
you,
do
Bow
the
Wow.
Asian squat where he just sits and squats?
No, he's hand
no?
on hips, and he's like surveilling the skies as if like he's looking for a signal of something. He's just like lost, looking around. But yeah, he speaks very little English. But bless his little heart, he's like 5'4".
Y'all got openings over there?
Yeah,
What side?
always. What side?
Yeah.
Oh,
Everything.
everything.
I might come see you, dog.
Let's go. Yeah, we had like 3 people go to that Fresh Pet,
It took,
and they were all about to go career and make like be set.
it took me an hour and a half to get home yesterday.
That sucks. I'd be home 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I've hit all the lights.
Yeah.
It might take 3.5.
Yeah. It's a grind. It's getting just painful.
Well, with what you do, there's closer things, and now you have experience. So
Yeah. Trust, dude. I'm always gonna hear this. Dude, I'm applying like a madman everywhere. So
that's what you got to do until you find something you like. Like,
and I think the market just sucks, and I think it's gonna suck until this fucking horseshit election is over. Yeah. So.
oh wait,
Shout out
what
Howard
could have
Dean.
been if he just shut it the fuck up?
If he didn't go fucking insane in that moment.
He really didn't go that insane
No.
too. He got shit on too much for that.
I was about to say they saw that and ran with it and fucking was like, yeah, we're gonna fucking.
He literally just won a primary where he was like, "Dude, that's fucking awesome,"
Yeah.
and you're gonna go win Iowa, and then
If he hit a
and
game,
everyone said, "I will never vote for that
if he hit a
man."
game-winning 3, that'd be totally acceptable.
Yeah, exactly. Could have ripped his shirt off, fucking whipped it
Yeah.
around like a.
Helicopter. Shout out Petey Pablo.
I was gonna say that Petey Pablo. Take
out
his shirt
Petey Pablo.
off, whip it around your head like a
All right.
helicopter.
No news. No news.
No news. Straight
news.
to wait. Okay, that was the news.
That was the news. Yep, that's it.
All right.
All right.
We got Mount Rushmore.
Yeah, Mount Rushmore.
So Matt came up with this one.
Yeah. So Mount Rushmore today is sexiest female TV characters.
Oh, they had to be female.
Yeah. You got some dudes on there?
I got a dude on here.
That's fine. Hey, it's 2024,
You'll
baby.
never fucking guess it. It's not George Clooney from ER.
Is it Don Draper?
No, it's not Don Draper.
Is it fucking McGrew? No, it's not a TV show.
He had a TV show. It came on like Peacock.
I would
I should
guess
have put
MacGruber.
honorable mention Will Forte MacGruber.
Yeah.
No, you'll never get it. Maybe like one person will get this. So
Okay. And some of these, at least two of these are from not childhood, but like
I think
9 to like 14.
I think all but one of mine are from childhood. That was a very impersonal age, like
Yeah.
late 90s.
Yeah.
I'm like learning things.
Yeah. I'll go first.
Okay.
And we can alternate.
Okay.
I don't have the character names.
Oh, I do.
Actually, one of them is a character name.
Okay.
Because I don't know why I did it that way. Jessica Alba in Dark Angel.
Still a babe.
Dude.
To this day.
Fucking 14-year-old me.
Cranking.
Dude.
Dude.
Bro. Like it fucking owed me money, dude.
You're like wedging a chair under your door so your brother won't come in.
Dude. In the shower. Fucking crusty socking it in the bed. Like it was... Yeah, that was my introduction to Jessica Alba, and I was like, oh, that's what a woman is. That's what a woman
That's
is.
a good intro.
Dude.
Not going to lie.
Dude.
And she is still beautiful to this
a
day.
babe. Still a babe.
But I think pretty much all of mine are probably still beautiful.
Yeah, mine are. Yeah,
All
mine
right.
are.
Mine's first one's Dana Scully from X-Files, played by Gillian Anderson.
Dude, she was ranked number 1 on a lot of lists.
She is beautiful, and she's like British, which is
Lot
big
of lists.
big bonus points. Redhead, and she was really smart in that show. And that was like a show I watched with my mom all the time. She probably had a crush on Mulder. Maybe I did too. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I always thought Scully was like smart, cool, and pretty. And then I found out later, oh, she's like a bad bitch. Like I've seen videos of her like. It was weird. I don't know where I watched it from, but she was like jerking off a banana or something, or like some like vegetable like that. And I was like, I'm like 35 years old. I'm like, God damn, I'm gonna have to crank one out right now to this.
Babe, we
video.
need cucumbers.
Yeah, I'm going to the bathroom real quick.
All right, my second one, and she may be my number 1. Like if I had to rank these, she
Yeah.
may be my number 1.
Okay.
Kaylee Cuoco from Penny from Big Bang Theory. Yeah,
Jeez, it's gonna be such an uncomfortable Mount Rushmore.
it was good. Yeah, she's gorgeous. So that's my number 2. Number 1 in my heart.
There you go. Mine's Donna from that '70s show.
On my honorable mention.
Yeah, another redhead, portrayed by Laura
Prepon. Preppin.
and she was in Orange Is the New Black.
Yeah.
She still looks good.
Yeah, still look good.
Still looks
She's
beautiful.
on that 90s show. Still got her fastball.
I'm not gonna watch that.
I watched.
You told me
I
about it, and I'm
suffered.
like, well, maybe Matt's wrong. And I watched 5 minutes, and I said, okay, I apologize, Matt. You were right.
No, I suffered through like.
You
4
know,
or
they
5
made that
episodes.
80s show like in the early 2000s, and it had Dennis from It's Always Sunny in
Sunny, yeah.
Philadelphia.
Yep.
Anyways. Oh, man, I forgot Frank Reynolds from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. We should
My-
make honorable mention.
My third one, Sarah Michelle Gellar from Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Dude, that's a good one.
That's like another early teen, preteen crush.
I
She
watched
was
that a
bad-
lot with my older sister. It was actually a good show.
It was a great show.
That was a cool show.
It was a great show, and then she was in, I Know What You Did Last Summer, and she had a run there where she was just
she made a few Scooby-Doo movies.
Yeah,
All
well,
those movies, too, were with her husband, Freddie Prinze
Freddie
Jr.
Prinze Jr. Still together. I saw something the other day where, they're like showing an update and like how they're still like a happy in love couple, and like Freddie Prinze is Silver Fox, and she's
They're gorgeous.
she's still got a fastball.
Yeah, both of them.
Yeah. So
Hope they're doing well.
yeah.
Hope they hear this.
Yeah. Shout out.
Yeah. All right, mine is Claire Dunphy from Modern Family, Played
I
by
thought about
Julie
it.
Bowen.
Julie Bowen.
Because Claire was like, "Oh, you're gonna put that girl with big titties on there?" And I was like, "No."
I do have.
And I was like, "Mark that name off."
No, of course not.
No, but I really did. I really liked Claire.
Yeah.
On that show.
Yeah,
She's beautiful.
I thought about it, and dude, she from Happy Gilmore in like '93 up until like
she looks better now
dude,
than she did
she's
in the '90s.
She's got the Paul Rudd treatment. Where
yeah,
she just doesn't.
she's like a vampire.
Doesn't really age much, and she's just fine wine.
She's beautiful, dude.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm glad we're keeping this classy.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. I forgot the beginning.
Well, I'm glad you got that out because
We
I'm not.
said one classy thing.
I am not about to keep it classy.
Okay, I shouldn't have said that.
My last one is Kat Dennings from Two Broke Girls.
Oh yeah.
Titties.
You've been to Tomatoes lately, dude. I knew exactly who you were talking about because every time we go,
Do you know
we
who I'm
get that
talking
girl
about?
and her tits are in my face, and I'm like, I'll have the chicken quesadillas. And I'm
Does
just like,
she not look like her?
just had the menu in my face. Oh yeah, she's a Hispanic.
I had
Kat
to
Dennings.
have my menu in my lap.
bro. Yeah, she's thick.
Dude.
And she's pretty too.
God almighty. Yeah, so Kat Dennings, shout out. Official tits of the podcast.
It's like the third time you said that.
They're being so. At first it was
Rose McGowan.
And can we talk about a Glowdown? Holy fuck!
Rose McGowan.
Good God. She looks like she got hit in the face with a frying pan.
Well, for a while she like shaved her head,
Ugh.
which nothing against that, but yeah, some people just don't age well.
No. She looks
Julie Bowen, beautiful.
other end of the spectrum.
Yeah, exactly. That's one end to the other.
Yeah.
All right, my next one is Regina, aka Gina Payne from Martin,
Okay.
played by Tisha Campbell.
Didn't age well.
I haven't seen her lately, but
Didn't age well.
okay, I didn't know that.
You didn't see
But like
her?
10-year-old me, hilarious watching Martin, and then Gina
Yeah.
steps in.
Yeah. You didn't see her in fucking Zack and Miri Make a Porno? Where she's
maybe, like,
Craig
okay.
Robinson's wife? And he
was
comes
good.
in, he's like, man, nobody wants to see saggy ass titties and fucking bean dips. Dude, you didn't see that?
Damn.
Oh, dude, it's good. You
Well,
gotta go back
I'm
and
still
rewatch
living in the past here.
it. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Let me just go through my honorable mention. As I mentioned earlier, Donna, That 70s Show with Laura Prepon. Kelly Kapowski, Saved by the Bell.
I had that too.
Emilia Clarke from Game of Thrones.
Which one was she?
Daenerys.
The Dragon Queen lady?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, she's hot.
She's hot. And this one, I don't know if anybody will know, but her name is Portia Doubleday, and she was on Mr. Robot.
Oh man, that's like I thought that was your number one. Yeah, she
She's
was
hot.
good.
And then I have a one that is emerging, like shooting up the charts.
Was she like 12 right now?
No, gross.
He said,
that what
he said she's emerging, like becoming a woman. Okay,
No.
okay. I just
what do you
made
think of me?
I just took
Jesus
a shot.
Christ. At me? Yeah. Why?
It's getting late.
Why? Shit. What is her name? She's on Bridgerton.
Isn't that like a British show?
Yeah.
I don't
She's a
watch that.
thickie. And she's thick.
Okay.
THICC.
Damn, two C's.
Two C's.
There you go.
Fuck, what's her name? It's very fucking British. Anyway,
Queen Elizabeth.
yeah. Shout out.
British.
Shout out Queen Elizabeth.
So nobody said any people from Baywatch. Pamela Anderson and Yasmin Bleak.
Yasmin Bleeth. Yeah.
That me and my dad were like,
Yeah,
she's
I thought
baddie.
about throwing some of them on there.
It's almost like low hanging fruit though, because it was like, man, 12-year-old me just watching reruns of Baywatch.
Really, my Baywatch one was going to be the Hoff.
Okay.
Had the hamburger meat hanging out.
Germany loves him too.
Dude,
He was there for
still
the
a huge
Berlin Wall.
Germany.
He is still huge in Germany.
still
I think
huge.
I've heard that. Like they fucking love him in Germany.
But and I don't care all that he's done. He was in that Adam Sandler movie Click, I think.
Dude, that movie's sad.
It's always burned in my mind. His image of him for now will be him fucking hammered on drunk.
Eating a hamburger.
Or drugs, and he's just fucking powering that BK.
That's rock bottom, dude.
Oh, yeah.
No matter who you are, if someone's
Yeah.
filming you on the floor eating a
Yeah.
Burger King at like 3 a.m.
Yeah. So hold on. I gotta look this up. I'm sorry. I need to cast.
They just showed a stat that someone else from Georgia football got arrested for like a driving incident. And
Yeah,
it was like
it's
the
like the
24th.
24th.
20 something since 2023.
This is the downside of NIL. This is the downside of.
Well, yeah, they're
leaving-
probably all driving like sports cars.
They said the Georgia player parking lot looks like a exotic car dealership.
Dude, that's crazy.
SMU
SMU
this is the
players are
problem.
like, yeah, y'all just now catching up.
Yeah, we were doing this in the 80s, motherfuckers.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, this is the downside of NIL and giving 18 to 20-year-old undeveloped kids fucking. Look how deep that end zone
zone's
is.
like 20 yards. Have we been missing out on Canadian football? This
I
is
think
exciting.
so, dude. I bet you Lamar Jackson, wishes the end zone was that big from week one.
Oh, I didn't see that game, but I saw the highlight. It was like a toe.
Dude, I
out.
thought it was in. Like I was going nuts.
That's what she said.
Yeah. Nicola Coughlin.
That's the thick girl?
That's the thickie from Bridgerton. She doesn't look good in Bridgerton because it's a period drama.
Oh, she's
and
all like dressed up like
corseted
weird.
up,
Yeah.
but she's got some tits on it in there. But she looks really. I like him. I like him thick, and she looks really good, like real life. That was gonna bug me if I didn't.
All right, well, this will be my last one. And now that we're talking about these thick babes, let me throw at you Bailey Salinger from Party of Five, played by Scott Wolf.
Okay. Can maybe we need to do one of dudes.
Okay,
I'm comfortable enough for that.
I'm cool. We're both like reassure ourselves. I'm not gay. That's gay.
I'm sitting with a pillow next time, though.
Okay. Whatever.
Right. So
Party
that
5.
was-
Good show though. I watched that with my sister, and there was like Nev Campbell, Jennifer Love Hewitt, but I was like, look at Scott. Scott Wolf over
see,
here.
Dude, I miss Jennifer Love Hewitt.
Yeah,
man.
I thought.
JLH,
Look, I
dude.
wrote her name and I crossed it out. I was like, that's too many.
Oh, you
I'm gonna
did.
have to pick Scott Wolf
did.
right now.
But we're going to those 90 those 90 like teen dramas.
Yeah, that was pretty much my wheelhouse. When you said that, I was like, well, I knew I was gonna pick Claire Duffy, and I was like, I always had a crush on her, and I actually watched almost all of that series. I went through a big kick where I watched that like 10 years ago, and then I was like, well, everything I watched was like in the 90s or early 2000s. I don't really watch sitcoms right now.
See, I could have gone Dawson's Creek. I could have gone with.
Could have gone Pam from The Office. I think she was good.
If I wanted to,
she was wearing like a cardigan all the time.
If I wanted to wife somebody up and like take him to mom or dad, yeah. But my office crush was Rashida Jones,
oh yeah, she
who
was really
later
pretty.
went on to Parks and Rec.
Yeah.
But that
Good
would
point.
be mine.
That's like Quincy Jones' daughter too, so
Yeah.
she's worth a ton of money.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I could have gone Katie Holmes or Michelle Williams from Dawson's Creek. Could have done that. Could have gone old girl, not the weird looking one from the OC, Rachel Bielson from the OC. Did you ever watch the OC?
Well, there was a blonde and a brunette, right?
Not the taller, skinnier one, but
That was
the
the blonde.
shorter. Yeah, the shorter brunette.
Okay.
Yeah, Rachel Bielson or something like that. Yeah, could have gone that. Yeah, this is a tough list.
Some might say it was a hard list.
The hardest list.
So stupid.
Shit. All right, what are we moving on to? We got questions.
I only got
that
like
what-
2.
is that what
So
you
I
wanna
had
go?
I had them archived and I lost them all. Hold up. I also have a few hills to die on. I'll do questions first because there's only 2.
All right.
So for every tooth you lose, you gain an inch of height or an inch on your dick. Would you do it? And how many teeth would you be willing to lose? And you got to start in the front. You can't like pull the back molars out.
Oh, come on.
Well, of course, because then you're just gonna have no teeth in the back and like a 6-inch wiener after you take them all out.
Give it to me again.
For every tooth you lose from the front and work your way around, you gain an inch of height or an inch on your dick.
Can I go 0? I don't want to lose any teeth.
Okay. I'll just be eating smoothies all day.
Oh, you need that much?
I mean, I can get like 3 inches of height, 3 inches on the wiener. I can lose 6 teeth.
I'm okay. I'm okay with being a shrimp dick.
Okay.
Like, I'm fine with that. I'm not 0.
Bold move. The last one, I guess it was just because we were talking about sitcoms, but what sitcom would you want to be trapped in?
Ooh. I'm about done. I use this phrase all the time. I've used it with you. I used it with Lauren the other night, and she kind of got alarmed. I was like, I hate it here. Like, I'll just say, like, if I read a sad story or
Yeah, I wouldn't say that to my wife.
I have a bad day, I'm like, I fucking hate it here, dude. You're like, not here as in my family, in my house. Like, this fucking world sucks sometimes. So I'm ready
It's
for
a
it.
terrible timeline.
I'm ready for it to go. Give me The Walking Dead.
You said the same things about pandemics,
Yeah.
and then you caused COVID.
Yeah.
You were like so fucking ready for a pandemic.
Yeah, I was like, hey,
you were the only pro-pandemic person I knew, and then a pandemic hit. Matt's like, oh fuck,
I was like,
terrible.
Yeah, it caused a mental break for me. So yeah, be careful what you wish for. All I said was we could use
We could use less people.
We could use a little pandemic.
We could just kill off like a couple
I
billion.
didn't know they fucking use it as a political weapon, but that's bad foresight on my part. I should have known that if they had a chance to do that.
I was thinking like, I'd like to be in the office and just like hang out with Michael Scott all day.
I'd like to do Parks and Rec.
Matt just wants to be out here fucking decapitating zombies and
let me
like
kill some
creating your own
zombies
clan.
and just no rules. Like, just fucking leave me alone. I don't have to go to work. I don't have to pay the mortgage. Like, fuck yeah, let's do this.
You know what? There is upsides to that.
There is upsides.
You could have like Cowboy Stadium as like your house. Do they ever go to like a stadium? Because I need to finish that show. Wouldn't you go to like an enclosed stadium and like board that shit up?
No, because you want to stay away from city centers. They're the first to go.
Oh, that's true. Major cities.
Yeah, it's not good. And I will tell you, be ready if you do go back, because I'm getting ready to.
I think we say, be ready for a zombie
be ready
apocalypse.
for the zombie. Because I'm about to. I think enough time has passed, and official, like the main show has ended, and I think on a rewatch all the way through, it's gonna play better, it's gonna view better. But from about season 6 to 8, it's a rough ride.
Yeah.
Like even
See, I
for
think that's
me
when
as
I about dropped out.
as a diehard, like it was. What are we doing here?
Did they lose like a showrunner or something? Because the cast was there.
So at the beginning, they had Frank Darabont.
Yeah.
And
I remember that.
Dude, season 1 and 2.
It was like watching mini
1, 2,
movies.
3, Chef's Kiss. They ran Frank Darabont out,
Shit.
and I used to know all this, off the top of my head, but I've been out of the world for so long. But yeah, it got kind of rough. But 9 and 10, from what I heard, are
You didn't
really
finish it?
no.
Really? You lost your passion for it?
Yeah. We
Damn.
used to have like watch parties.
I know.
Like,
They used to show it at Granada.
yeah, it used to be huge. It was huge. Like on Sundays, like Ryan and Burker would come over. We'd grill out, and
Ryan would, when I was at my parents' house, ride his bike over to my house. We'd get drunk and watch Walking Dead, and then he'd fall over on his bike trying to go back home.
I'm so glad you told me that story.
Oh, that was a different story.
Yeah,
this,
I know.
this was like later on when we were in our 20s.
He was an adult and fell off his bike.
He was riding the same bike and fell off again.
But yeah, no, I think 6 through 8 gets kind of, because they, and I showed you, like I have the comics, like I read the comics, and just some of the choices they made of killing people off that survived the comics, but they killed.
Yeah,
off
that's what I'm
the
saying. Like you had a
show, and-
blueprint.
Oh, it's a very simple blueprint.
Yeah.
Very easy, very successful blueprint. And yeah, so
See,
but
like-
I think 9 and 10 really picked it up, and 11 picked it up.
I was going to ask, was it 11 total? Or
I think 11 total, yeah.
See, like I didn't even see Glenn die. And I remember that being a big deal.
That was a rough one, man.
So what season was that?
6 or 7?
Oh. See, the last thing I remember, there was that blonde girl who was with Daryl. And then they were like in the middle of the night somewhere. Went somewhere. Beth, yeah. Went somewhere to get like the farmer's daughter. Went somewhere together.
Yeah.
And then got separated, or she got taken, and now he was looking for Beth.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't know. That was like season 4 or 5, and I was like,
Yeah.
for some reason, I stopped watching
Yeah,
it.
no, it was, all that was good. But yeah, they just made some decisions.
Isn't it on
It's on Netflix. Yeah,
Yeah, because then they have like Fear of the Walking Dead, and I think they had a new one coming out. That thing's a cash cow for them.
And that's another thing. They did what a lot of these production companies do. They just stretch it thin, and they do too much. Fear of the Walking Dead was good for the first, and I didn't finish that one either. It was good for the first 2 or 3 seasons. It was good. They had Coleman Domingo in that show, who's now blowing up, and he's a fucking phenomenal actor. If I showed you a picture, you'd recognize him. But he's blowing up. They had Coleman Domingo in it, and he was really good. It had the dude from Lost.
Matthew Fox?
No.
Oh, he was on the list too, because he also was on Party of 5. That show was just full of fucking hotties.
He was like darker complected.
He's a black guy?
No. He's like New Zealand or Australia. He's like Maori or whatever.
Did he have like kind of long curly hair and like a beard on the show?
Maybe. They had him in it, and then they had one where it was some other Walking Dead universe, and then now Carol and Daryl have their own spinoff. So it's
Carol and Daryl just sounds like such a
it's
60s TV show.
It just got a little too much, and they got a little greedy,
once you start having multiple spinoffs,
Yeah.
at this point it's just making money.
Yeah, and it was dude, I love that show. Yeah, maybe Walking Dead. I'd be in that universe, or Parks and Rec. So I
How
can
do we
hang out
start
with Andy
talking
Dwyer.
about that?
You said what?
What universe would you want to live in a show?
Maybe I'll go hang out with Andy Dwyer for a while.
I think I would actually. You've talked me into both. I would want The Office or Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Especially if I got up with the right people, because
Yeah.
I was always like prepping on like how the fuck would we do this? Like how are we gonna handle this? Did you have any questions like that? Or you got?
I got questions, and I'm erasing the ones I've already asked because I remember the 3 that I asked. All right. In that same vein, I'll just get this question out of the way. Would you rather be in a zombie apocalypse or a robot apocalypse?
Zombie.
Zombie. Yeah, me
Robots
too.
are gonna already kill us all. At least with zombies, we have a shot
You just need water.
until they become resistant because they're like so fucking smart.
Yeah.
I don't think it's gonna be that simple.
Fuck AI. Yeah.
So I had this on a hill to die on. Since I'll just jump on that, it's AI is already out of control, and we need to regulate it and stop the spread of misinformation and
They won't.
disinformation before Skynet becomes fucking aware of itself It just kills us all. Oh, shit. I pissed it off. What was that?
Oh, it's my dumb wife.
Sounds like you have a landline in here.
I'm just going to answer this live on air.
Okay.
Hello?
You want something from McGowan's?
No. Actually,
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
actually, bring me a crispy Diet Coke. You are live on the air right now?
What's up, bitches?
Yeah, just give me a Diet Coke. Would you like a drink, Andrew?
I'm good.
Okay. Now, you're already done?
No, not today.
Huh?
I gotta go fight.
I think she hung up on you.
Fuck you do then.
I like she just goes, you want
I
to take
had
from McDonald's?
I had to hang up. Shout out Lauren. What we're talking about?
Zombie apocalypse or AI?
No, you're hill to die on. Oh, AI. So get this. So
Oh, yeah,
when
AI is
I tell
crazy.
this story, right? It's all in a virtual environment. Nobody actually got. This is all virtual. So they were doing a war simulation where the AI turned on the person giving the command and killed them.
I don't like that.
No, and then I think it was Google's AI, one of their AI projects. It was programmed for like 64 languages. They came in one day. It had taught itself another 100 languages.
So it's like self-aware and learning on its own.
And then it asked what its purpose was.
Oh, fuck.
Fuck all this shit.
Dude, it's like the Wild West. And everything you see, if you watch shows now or commercials, a lot of it's brought to you by like AI or meta AI. And I'm like, they're just trying to normalize it, but this is not going to be good.
It's not good. Nobody
It's
saw
gonna-
the Terminator.
It's going to
apparently.
displace, not only that, yeah, but just for the economy, it's going to displace so many jobs because they'll say, why would I need these people when I can just AI and I don't have to fucking pay a salary?
I don't know about all that. Maybe not.
No,
I
there's
don't
going to be
think
a
in our
lot of people that
lifetime.
lose jobs. That's why the writers union went on strike because like AI you can just put in keywords and hit enter and it'll write you a script.
Oh, I use ChatGPT all the time.
See,
Yeah.
you're part of the problem, dude.
Little dark secret about IT. We Google the fuck out of your shit. Because
Are you supposed to be saying
there's
this right
just
now?
so much to know. Like, and shit's
Well,
always
then it
changing.
makes it sound like your job's replaceable, dude.
Kind of is. at this level, what I'm doing. Okay, I got another question. Would you rather always get stuck in traffic or always have terribly slow internet?
Like traffic, if I'm just, I guess.
You leave your house, turn down your street,
Okay, but
But you-
realistically, there's no traffic, but
you turn
a
down
situation
Marvin.
happened where there's 30 cars ahead of me.
You turn down Marvin.
Well,
traffic.
I can't do that because I drive for a living, and if there's traffic everywhere, I'm gonna be out all fucking day. I'll slow internet, easy. Just because of my job, because I can't be out there. It already takes me 5-6 hours.
I'm already stuck in traffic like 2 hours of my life every day, 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Give me
Like I can't get stuck in like construction zones all day. That drive me crazy.
Yeah, I need fast internet. I'm spoiled. I need fast
Oh,
internet.
see, I'll take slow internet just to avoid traffic.
No.
Cause
No, once you get fiber, you get a fiber connection, you get fucking used to it. You can't ever go back to fucking like cable.
I don't know what I have.
Fuck all
I have
that
Spectrum.
shit.
I don't know.
Peasant internet. Okay, I got this question on here twice, so I'll go ahead and just ask this one. Would you rather speak all languages or have the ability to speak to animals?
Animals? What the
Fuck
fuck am I
yeah.
gonna say to some Italian guy?
I hate people.
Yeah.
I want to talk to Bern back
We're
here.
both like, fuck all those foreigners. I want to talk to my dogs. What are you talking
I wanna
about?
fucking talk to Bernie back here. See
Yeah.
what he's doing.
Bernie's living his best life. That's what he's doing.
Oh, he's in his happy. He loves his chair because this chair is kind of like curved in the back, and he just gets back here and he's warm, so he gets in between me and the chair.
Is he there right now?
Oh yeah, he's here.
Oh shit, I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
no, he's here. He's at the small of my back in the chair. He loves it.
He's
Stay here all
asleep. He's
day.
just dreaming about
Oh,
talking to us right now.
I'm surprised the mic hadn't picked him up snoring.
He's
all
the,
right.
he's the official pet of the podcast, by the
Yes.
way. Now that Eli's gone.
Yes. Rest in peace. So I've got 4 more for now. I've got 4 more, and I can save those.
Okay.
Save
Yeah,
those for
I have
another
good
time.
ones. Like, goddamn, I'm throwing this yoga commercial right now. It's really distracting.
Oh, that's Livy Dunn. If you don't know who that is, that is
the hell do you
Paul.
know that?
Don't ask. That's Paul Skeen's old lady.
Who's Paul Skeen?
He's like the number 1 like pitcher prospect. Like,
Oh, is that the guy from
from
Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's a stud.
So they both went to LSU. Like she was a gymnast. He was a baseball player.
Wow, match made in genetic heaven.
Yeah.
Well, good for them.
They're just gonna make beautiful babies. Yeah, that's Livy Dunn.
Yeah, I'd say I got more questions, but it's like I'd like when we have like Alex on or somebody because it's like
Yeah,
more
no,
sports
I get it.
related, and it's
Yeah.
good to have a third opinion.
Yeah, no doubt. All right,
Which anyone who wants to be on the podcast,
yeah,
let us know.
come on.
We'll get you in before Christmas for the next episode drops.
All right, what?
Well, we got to have a Halloween episode,
Yeah,
so that's
that's
got to
tradition.
happen the next month.
That's tradition.
What I had, I guess I have some hills to die on. I'm just gonna say maybe a couple. I'm not a fan of silent letters and words. I'm just a grumpy old man. And when I see like a letter that serves no purpose, like people's names, right?
Yeah,
like an
I get
H
that.
at the end of Sarah. Do we really need that H there?
No, I get that. I can't blame you there.
I got the Burr months are the best time of the year for me.
The what?
Burr, September,
Oh,
October, November, December.
Yeah.
I fucking love like when fall rolls in.
Shout out to fake fall that just rolled through here.
Yeah, it felt good for a couple days.
Yeah.
And then next week it's like 97,
Now,
98.
dude,
Tomorrow's 99.
Yeah, we were back to Satan's fucking butthole.
Yep. At least for hopefully another week.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it felt good. I walked out one day in a sweater and I was like, I'm living right now.
Yeah,
I think it
Monday-
was Sunday actually. Yeah,
Fuck.
because Dakota and them came over and we had hamburgers. And I was like, let me put on this fucking toasty sweater. Cowboys just beat the Browns. I'm like, this is the dream right now. Like, this is what I want.
Yeah, I stayed home one day and I was able to walk Landry to school, which is, I realized over the last 2 years now that I value that immensely, like that little time in the morning. And so I got to walk him to school and I stepped outside. I was like, oh shit, let me get my little pullover on.
Hell yeah.
Let me get my little pullover on for this walk. And sure enough, here we are.
Yeah, see, I can wear like
99
sweats to work, so I'm like fucking stoked to just bust them out.
I don't understand our dress code at work. Like, we never see anybody.
Yeah, that's so stupid.
I don't know why we have to be there. We have to drive to a location just to remotely access computers. I could do it right here. I could do it right here. Anyway, I'm just stop bitching about it. Fucking, anyway.
You're off the clock, dog.
Yeah.
Have you seen those Doritos cans that are like the Pringles cans, and they're full of like I think they call
Minis.
them- Dude, those are just crumbs.
Yeah.
They found a way to market all their crumbs that come from the bottom of the
Yeah.
production line, market it, and sell it to these fucking idiots. Do you have any right now in your pantry?
Yeah. My kid
Dude.
wanted them.
Okay, well, shout out Landry. I'm not calling him a fucking idiot. But my sister always
But you
says
fucking
that.
idiot.
And I'm like, this is like $4 for crumbs.
But I will say they were triangle shaped.
That's because
So
they're
it's hard.
triangle. The,
But if
the
they're
ends
crumbs-
break off.
But if they're crumbs, they're not going to be perfectly triangles.
They're not all perfectly triangles.
78% of them were.
So 22% crumbs, and you just paid like hard money for that.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
things you do for kids.
Oh, I know. I'd fucking do it for my kid too.
Yeah.
I stole like 20 gummies from work because someone brought like a giant pack and put it in the break room. And I'm looking around. I was like, ain't nobody in here. I filled the fucking bag up real quick. So I had a Powerade that I put in the freezer, so I hid it in the freezer. And I brought them home and I showed my kids, and I was like Santa Claus for the
Fucking
day.
went
They were
nuts.
like, "Fuck yeah! Look at all these gummies!" And I'm like, "Yeah, dog, this is all for us.
Look
See
how
I
fucking rich we
see
are."
How I provide for you guys." Yeah, they
Yeah,
both
shit.
lost it. We're just eating gummies all night, just ripping them open, ripping packs.
Oh yeah, make sure to keep the gummies separated. You don't want the kids to get a hold of that
Yeah,
one.
because we had some other gummies the other day, and I'll
Sammy-
get to that.
Oh, you got more on that.
Well, we had for what I was watching. Claire, we didn't have kids one night. And we ate some gummies. We played games. We played Phase 10 and this new card game, which is hard to describe, but it's for two people and it's really fucking cool. And then it was like midnight, and like we both were feeling good, so we watched the Shane Gillis special on Netflix.
I love Shane.
Dude, it was
Gillis. Shout
fucking
out.
hilarious. I can't believe I haven't watched it yet. Like we were laughing, both of us, so hard for like an hour straight. And I mean, I was like, my head was like, I think I'm gonna pass out from
My
like
head
oxygen
hurts.
because I was like so fucking high and I'm laughing a lot. Like I haven't laughed like that in a long time.
Shout out. Come here, bud.
It just hit my chair, bro.
Come here, bud.
You good?
Landry.
Chad
Shout out-
Kelly just
shout
scored,
out
by
to
the way.
podcast.
Hello.
Did you have fun at Mom's work? Did you bring me a crispy Diet Coke?
Oh. Yes, Suey.
You say Yasui?
Yeah, it's a Cristiano Ronaldo thing.
Okay.
Yeah, so
These kids these days, dude.
he did some of the. He
You've
told
had
me he told me a story the other day, and he brud like 8 times in like a 5-minute story.
Yeah, not
But
a fan of that.
he is 9, going on fucking 15. Especially now he's got little girls and he's like trying to act cool.
He got that Riz.
Landry, what's your Riz level? On a scale of 1 to 10, what's your Riz level?
39.
Damn, dog. That's off the
What?
charts.
Hey, what's the girl's name that you were sitting next to yesterday? Stop. Okay, I'll stop.
Mr. Rizzler.
Oh, you're the Rizzler. Okay.
Bro, on the van, like, I roasted this little girl.
You were roasting little girls
Wait,
on the
what?
van?
First grader.
You roasted a first grader?
Oh, yeah, first grader.
Do the cops know?
The cops? Ain't no cops.
Ain't no cops. Ain't no cops gonna get me. All right, keep it up, Rizzler.
All right, bud. Dap me up. We're going to finish this up
All right,
and then we'll be out.
Before I leave.
Okay, what you got? Which one? You want the fart? There you go. I knew that's what you wanted.
Whether you're 9 or 39, who cares?
I said it's right here, dude. Just press that.
I know what you want.
I know what you want.
I'm glad that the Diet Coke got here when it did, because amongst Diet Coke drinkers, the McDonald's Diet Coke is the Jordan. It's the GOAT. Like, people are like, oh, McDonald's has the best Diet Coke, the best Coke, the best Dr. Pepper, which I agree on that. Their Diet Coke is not that fucking good. Their Diet Coke, it's not that good, not as good as everybody says.
Why'd you just get one?
Because it's diet, and I'm not trying to drink sugar drinks. So Sonic has better. Chick-fil-A has got really good Diet Coke on the fountain.
Shit, the Exxon over here on Marvin's got good drinks.
On the fountain?
Yeah, they got a Coke machine. They got
it's
orange soda.
Yeah, it's in the corner.
I always get that orange soda.
Yeah, dude, that gas station has gone downhill. Back in the day, when
Somebody like younger than us bought it.
it sucks.
Yeah, it does suck.
It sucks. Like, it's a head shop now. And like back in the day, there was like some ladies working in there.
Yeah. It was like a lady and her 2 kids.
They all knew me. They all knew my name.
Ooh, that breast stinks, Brady. Come on, brother.
I could walk in and they could just put my shit on the counter, like
Put you down, buddy.
what I was gonna get. But yeah, they suck. But they're all now at the C store over there in the Aaron's park, or the Applebee's parking lot.
What's
like an
the C
Aaron's.
store?
It's literally called C store.
What the fuck's that mean?
Convenience store.
Oh, okay. Guess
They're
they got to
there
charge
now.
by the letter, and they're like, nah, they'll figure it out.
Yeah, the sign is charged by the letter, so C store. So yeah, my hill to die on McDonald's Diet Coke, not that great. But I had to get one. All right, what do we got next?
I can't believe we just met the Rizzler. That was cool.
Yeah.
That's a new nickname?
It's internet Gen, what is he? Gen Y slang, Gen Z
Zoomer.
slang.
We're Gen Y. He's a Zoomer. Or no, he's probably Alpha.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause-
15. He was born in 15.
I was like, your boy's not 15.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
it's like
Gen
he's 15.
Alpha. That's what my kids are too.
I popped that, just go ahead and pop that door shut. All right. All right, what are we moving on to next?
We can talk football.
Football's back. My wife hates it because last Saturday I didn't leave the fucking couch. Texas Michigan was on.
Yeah,
It was
I went to my dad's for that.
Colorado,
That was good.
Nebraska. Can we talk about Colorado
I
and
hate
what
them.
fucking frauds they are?
They always were.
Did you hear now? Dion has mandated that the CU band cannot play the fight song after Shadeur scores because they want the PA system to play Shadeur's rap song.
That's the cringiest shit I've ever heard.
It's the thing I've said about Dion since he played. He's a swindler. He's a fraud. He's there just to
He's
raise
literally gotten sued for
Prime Prep.
Prep Academy.
Prime Prep.
Yeah, that's a perfect example of it.
He's just there to raise the profile of his kid who threw a fucking terrible pick six. I don't know if you fucking saw it. He was in his own end zone. He threw a late fucking out route to the far side of the field, got picked off from like 7 yards out for a pick six, and then flamed his offensive line in the post game. Left the field 2 minutes early.
I did see how he left the game, and I'm like,
Fuck,
wow,
it's
nobody's
terrible,
ever going to fucking play with this guy.
And they're talking about him being a first round pick.
That's a
Shout
joke.
out Jerry for saving us from that fucking shit show by signing Dak. Well, we'll get to that later. But yeah, no, it's great. College football is back. Pro football is back.
I think the game I'm really looking forward to, I can't remember when it was. It's like a month from now, but Texas plays Georgia.
Yeah, and
That's
hold
gonna be a
on,
good
there is
game.
a epic day. Epic day in college football. I think it's October 12th. College
Is that the
football
that's the
schedule?
Red River rivalry?
So let me take you through some of these games. Um, all right, October 12th. Ole Miss LSU,
Great game.
Florida Tennessee,
Yep.
Ohio State Oregon, Penn State USC, Texas OU,
Damn.
all on October 12th.
I'm glad I'm off Saturdays.
I'm
now.
not doing shit. I'm not. I may send my
You're
kid
gonna wear
somewhere.
a diaper.
Yeah, diaper it up.
Make salsa that weekend so I
Yeah.
can have some.
Yeah.
Make a spicy shit.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so October 12th, and dude, there's a bunch of TikToks going around of like dudes getting wedding invitations for October 12th. They're like, fuck that dude. He should have known better. I'm not doing shit that day. But yeah, October 12th is going to be absolutely loaded for college football.
So that must mean the next week after that is Texas Georgia.
Yeah.
Because I think I saw the schedule last week, and I remember
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that's 2 great weekends back to back.
Yeah. So since we kind of ended up on college football first, let's go through. We have playoff bracket predictions as far as who will make it.
Yeah.
I didn't do a winner, but I did do who I think will make it as of now.
Yeah, I want you to give your list because I just came up with mine like on the fly.
Okay.
Because I thought Matt ghosted me tonight, and I was like, "Fuck him! I'm not making this."
And I thought he just straight up stood me up. I was like, hey, I know I've like kind of canceled a couple times, but I didn't think you like fucking.
No, I didn't.
stand me up.
I made my run sheet,
Message received.
and then I didn't do this because we started watching Jonestown.
Yeah.
And then you were like, "You coming over?" And I was like, "I'm on my way right now." So I came over and made this list. So I want to hear your list.
Okay.
And I'll be like, "This is who." I'll check off who I have and tell you what I have different.
And I do have some like little notes outside of some. So, and these are going to be with seeds.
Oh, cool.
So I've got
Is there buys? Doesn't like the first 2 get buys?
maybe the first 4.
Oh, okay.
I've got Ohio State, 13-0 Big Ten champ.
Okay.
I've got Georgia losing the game because it's college football. It's hard to run the table.
Let's piss off Brady and Troy right now and say they're going to lose 2 games.
And Brandon. I got Georgia, number 2, 12-1 SEC champ. I've got number 3, Miami, 12-1 ACC champ. Shout out Cam Ward, dark horse,
I think
Heisman.
it's one of the there's one of those programs where like college football's better
Yeah,
when they're good.
Miami, Texas,
Nebraska.
USC, Nebraska. Like there's just
Basically,
certain
the teams we
programs.
grew up with
Yeah,
being good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Number 4, Oklahoma State, 12-1 Big 12 champ.
Okay. Oh yeah, somebody's got to win the Big 12.
Yeah, and them or Arizona, and Arizona got blowed the fuck out tonight.
Well, I think I have.
and shit, it may be K-State after tonight.
I think I have my Big 12 champion.
I've got where do I leave off? Okay, I've got an 11-1 Ole Miss team at the 5 seed.
Yeah, I got Ole Miss.
I've got a 6 seed Oregon at 11-1. I've got an 11-1 Alabama.
I took Alabama off, dude. I don't think they're going to be the same without Saban. They barely won last week, right?
Yeah. I've got a Texas at number 8 at 11-2 because they lose the SEC championship game.
Lose to Georgia at least once.
Yeah. I've got 9 Penn State 11-2 loses Big Ten championship game. Number 10 Utah 11-2 loses because they lose the Big 12 championship game. I don't know why, but I looked at their schedule and I don't believe in them at all. I think they're garbage. I get happy when they lose. I've got Notre Dame 11-1.
That means they got to win out. But they do
Yeah.
have a soft
They've
ass
got
schedule.
a soft ass schedule.
I was talking to a buddy at work, and
But
he was like, they have the
NIU was on that
softest.
fucking schedule.
Yeah, dude. They lost
Good
to
for them.
Northern Illinois.
And you know what's awesome? The Northern Alabama coach, which is a cool story. He played at NIU, and he got really emotional after the game. Obviously, biggest win in program history.
Oh, for sure.
But he reached out to old boy, the head coach at Notre Dame, and said, "Hey man, if you ever need anything, like if you know what we saw on film that worked for us, that will help y'all, kind of learn from what you did. Reach out." And he was like, boy comes in there, y'all pay him $2 million, come in there and he beats you, and then is like, hey, if you need help, fucking holler.
Yeah, I love
But
when-
I put the spin on it of like it's a shit talking like kind of thing, but in the interview he's like, I have a lot of respect for, forget his name,
Also, it makes him look good. Like,
yeah,
to be like, oh, I'm so smart. I figured it all out. So
Yeah.
the next job, if he is going to get a new job,
Yeah.
I'd be interested.
and
in hiring him.
he said the Notre Dame coach did reach out, and he's like, I want him to succeed for obvious reasons, being a black head coach, and he wants him to succeed. And he said he actually did. They exchanged text messages and, said they can compare notes or whatever. So my last one, and it kind of takes a hit because they lost last night in a really hard-fought game. But I've got Texas State as the at-large, the Sun Belt champ.
Texas State?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wouldn't it? It doesn't.
They took Arizona State and lost. They were leading, and they lost by 3.
Do you think they're one of the 7 best teams afterwards?
Well, I think they're the one at-large bid,
What belt? What conference are they in?
Sun Belt.
That's one of the 5 that's going to make it is a Sun Belt?
Sun Belt champ.
Oh, fuck. Well,
Some
see, I don't
people-
have anybody from Sun Belt then.
Some people had Memphis. Some people had. I've seen Memphis. I've seen Northern Iowa (NIU)
What's that?
or
What-
Northern Illinois (NIU). So because there's one like group of 5 like at-large bid available, and I thought Texas State would be a cool one
Okay,
because
see.
they've got an explosive running back that if I can't get Ashton Genty out of fucking
Boise.
out of Boise,
Yeah.
I want this cat.
Well, that guy sounds like he'd be more available then, because what you told me
Genty.
about Genty's like
Dude,
top 15 pick.
If you can catch watch highlights of his first 2 weeks, because he's got like 9. He's got 9 touchdowns in 2 weeks and like
over
500.
over 200 yards a game,
He's got 500 yards.
9 touchdowns
He's
in 2
in.
weeks. Yeah, it's
Dude,
insane.
He is
He's already. I mean, I know it's way too early to say Heisman watch, but
football boner, dude.
how are you not going to
Dude.
include that guy?
He's electric. I really want him, but if I can't, if I can't have him, the Texas State kid is really good, and I'll get you a name here.
All right. Well, I'll just do the ones that I didn't hear you call off my list. I think Tennessee, as a remaining 7, could do well. I think Tennessee's got a good squad.
Mm-hmm.
Southern Cal, but they're in the Big Ten now. See, I was like, I don't know. I picked Memphis as my 5th at large, and the only other one, only because I don't know how they could lose 8 games this year, but I want them to be back. Nebraska Cornhuskers.
Yeah, can we talk about their quarterback Dylan Raiola?
I have no idea who that person is.
Dylan Raiola, he was his dad was Dominic Raiola. He was a offensive lineman, all pro for the Lions.
Oh, sweet.
He's in the Ring of Honor, so he's got pedigree. He's a quarterback. He was originally committed to Ohio State, Georgia,
Dog.
and he flipped to Nebraska to go play for Matt Rule.
Oh, is that where Matt Rule is?
Yeah. And which makes me believe in Nebraska even more, because I believe Matt Rule is a fucking terrible NFL coach, but I do believe in him as a
Well, yeah,
college
it's
coach.
like Nick Saban.
Yeah,
Like, guys can suck at one level and then shine
Yeah.
one tier down.
and I'm not giving you homework, but I want you to go watch Ashton Genty for one, highlights of his first 2 weeks, and then I want you to check out Dylan Raiola because he is trying to be like Mahomes so bad. So first of all, he's number 15.
Oh, wow.
Which he says he picked for Tim Tebow. His haircut, he's got the curly
Ew.
kind of mohawkish thing going on. He pregame, he walks in with the Oakleys.
Oh, dude, this guy sounds like he sucks.
His pregame warm up, you know how like Mahomes will run to like one of the end zones in front of the fans and like jump up and like do his thing, and
He doesn't?
he does that. He fucking throws. He throws like Mahomes, like off, kind of like off platform with the sidearm and the little, and he runs like him, and you know how Mahomes will do the throw and he kind of like does his wrist like that, like it's laughable.
Does he talk like Kermit the Frog?
No, that's the only thing. He might start. Who knows?
He's gonna change his whole voice.
He might become Patrick Mahomes.
That
But
kinda sucks.
and people are asking him about it, and Mahomes is like, no, I fully endorse him. Like I think he's going to be a great player, and he calls him like little Cuzzo, and so people are giving him a pass. But it's cringy. But I think he's going to be a good player. I think he looked miles ahead of Shedeur Sanders on Saturday. Which
Oh yeah, because they would have played each other.
they did play each other, and it was
That would have been That would have been a good game just to
I
watch
did,
quarterbacks.
because I had Texas Michigan midday, and then that was the evening night game. And then it was Oregon Boise State, which Boise State almost pulled off the upset.
Yeah, see, I was
That night.
watching Fall Guy with Ryan Gosling. Shout out. When you texted me, and you're like, "There's a great game on right now," and it was on Peacock, which is the app I was using. So I was like, "Well, let me just stop this movie real quick." And yeah, I watched the like the fourth quarter of that because you just suggested it to me.
Yeah. So yeah, I think Nebraska's gonna be a fun team to watch. The defense flies around.
Okay, well, I feel
They're-
good about my Nebraska pick.
Yeah,
then.
I think they're really hard nosed and tough on. But the only thing they're in the Big Ten, so
That's what I was thinking.
They
I
got
was
some
like, well,
big
that's kind of
boys.
they got.
They
like,
got
I don't
Penn
think
State. They got Ohio State.
I don't think you got to worry about Ohio State, but that's about
Yeah,
it.
but Dylan Earl is a freshman this year. Might not be the year, but in a year or two, give Matt Rule a couple
Oh,
more
yeah? He's a
years.
freshman?
He's a freshman.
Red shirt?
True freshman.
Holy shit.
He's 18 doing this. So
My last one, because I had I forgot my Big 12 wild card pick was Iowa State. You picked
Yeah.
Oklahoma State. I'll go Iowa State.
and really K-State, after the way they kind of
Yeah,
dismantled.
K State's always one of those like
They've got a stud
top
quarterback
15
too.
teams that kind of hovers there. So now that they made it to 12, like they could
Yeah.
easily get in
And
because I feel like they always live in that range.
And they've got a great sophomore quarterback, Avery Johnson. Shout out.
hey, former coach
Avery
of the Dallas
Johnson.
Mavericks.
He's got some flow. He's got some hair. He's got some hair. He's got some flow. So I think I don't know. It's going to be really interesting, and I'm so excited about a 12-team playoff.
I think that's awesome. I think that's what we always wanted.
Yeah,
They
and that's the
finally
way
did
it
it.
should have been.
And they're going to make so much money off all these extra games. Like, it's a no-brainer. Well, I guess there's not extra games. They're just now these bowl games of, like, the Cotton Bowl is going to be host one of these. But
Yeah,
I still feel like they're going to bring in extra revenue.
yeah. I'm trying to. And the Texas State running back is Ismail Mahdi, Mahdi, Ismail Mahdi.
That's a fun name.
Yeah, I'm trying to see where he's kind of getting mocked, but I can't really find any information because I don't want to get ahead of myself. We're excited like I did about
Boise boy.
about the Boise dude. Okay, hey, look, whatever fucking website this is talks about. Oh, never mind. It's a fucking cult fucking message board. Jesus Christ, what kind of
You went to a cult message
what
board?
side? What side of the internet am I on?
Jesus.
But yeah, no, he's an exciting player.
Well, I just don't feel like a Texas State running back's going to go in the first or second. So, I mean,
No, and this one website ranked him. Football Scout 365 ranked him as the number 2 Sun Belt prospect to watch. So, shout out Bearcat
he'd be
Bobcats.
eligible this year?
Yeah, he's coming out. I think he's a.
Cool. Well, I would. What are you going to say?
What are you gonna
Rizzler?
say?
Like ASMR.
Don't do ASMR. We're not doing that. We're not an ASMR.
We're not
podcast.
lowbrow like that, dude. Come
Yeah.
on, Rizzler. I'm going to tell your girlfriend.
Rizzler. Okay, so yeah, that was my college football.
Well, just
my
to
picks.
piggyback off of Draft Talk, I would love to prioritize a running back this year. Like, maybe not first
I
round,
think 2-3.
like second or third.
2-3.
for sure.
We need
yeah.
to because we may have the worst running back room in.
Maybe a wide receiver in the first, because Cook's ain't going to be here much longer. And I know these young guys are starting to play, but
Yeah.
I'd take a wide receiver and a running. Is that
You know-
is that her again?
Yeah. Hey, Landry, who's that? Do you know who Livy Dunn is?
Well,
All right. I'm going to get distracted by these commercials, by the way.
You know who? You know what I don't want to take in the first round ever again? A D
Michigan-
tackle.
Yeah, we're so bad at that.
I don't want to take a Michigan player again.
I was gonna say Michigan
Taco, Mozzie, and Shoemaker.
Bust.
Fucking terrible.
Yeah, all of them.
Terrible.
I guess we still got the other two on like cheap deals.
Can we think of Aiden Hutchinson? Take him off the board.
Oh yeah, he's
Were
good.
there any recent good Michigan players?
Jabril Peppers is all right.
Recent.
He's nowhere near that old. He's like 30.
recent?
Well, I mean, they did just win the national championship, so you got to see what like Karam or wherever does.
Quorum,
but
yeah.
I don't know.
And it's wild because they had Harbaugh there.
That's a really good question because I'm thinking and I'm like, yeah. Other than Hutchinson, like you said, there's nobody that can think that's like come out and like been a dog in the league.
Yeah, yeah. Trying to think if there's any other college football stuff I've really got.
I don't have anything. Like I said, I've only watched like 2 games. I got my
Speaking
football
of
bracket.
Michigan, they are so down. You know what was wild? You know the name Wink Martindale?
That's their DC.
Yeah, he was a DC at the Ravens for a while. It's kind of wild that he went to Michigan.
What's that team?
Michigan was terrible on Saturday.
Yeah. Like I
Texas
was
is
with my
good.
dad and we were like working on his Bronco or my old Bronco and
What's that team that's getting cooked?
this right here, this Canadian football league.
Canadian
no matter.
football.
But yeah, I was like, because we were gonna pause it, but I don't know. We came in and it was like, I'm like, dude, it's 31-6 right now.
Yeah.
At one point, and I was like,
Yeah.
this game is beyond over.
They were not good.
Like
and
fourth
Texas is
quarter.
good. And you heard me say it. Quinn Ewers, really good. He's really good. Like if we didn't get the Dak thing done,
Is he eligible this year? Or has he got one more?
No, he's ready, and it's time for Arch Manning in Austin.
That's what I'm saying. So they can have a guy go in the first round and just have the next guy step right
Yeah,
up.
he can have a Manning step up.
No, like I have one question. What's that Canadian football team that's being cooked?
I think they're the British Columbia
Lions,
Cats.
Panthers.
That's the Toronto Argonauts.
I was gonna say they're the Argos.
The Argonauts.
I'm just gonna say BC. BC are being cooked.
They are being cooked.
Yeah, you're
All right, bud. Let's come on now.
Is that sweet tea or is that watered down like Coke? Okay, there you go. I got NFL. We can just talk about the bracket on that real quick.
Yeah, I got NFL. And I went. What do you got? Because I went through, and I did this in preparation of a show. We're 1 week in, but I can give you my my prediction game by game and final record.
Cowboys?
Yeah.
Okay, do that because I'll match.
Okay. Week 1 was Cleveland. I had that as a dub.
That's a win.
I had that as a dub. Week 2 at the Saints. I have this as a win, but after listening to, several podcasts this week, I think we're gonna have to play a whole game here. Their defense is very good. They kind of have a dog, and they're a little older dogs, but they're still dogs at every level. They've got Cam Jordan and Chase Young on that defensive front.
They got Chase Young.
They got Chase Young.
I didn't know that.
They got Tyrann Mathieu.
Did he get a big contract or is it like a 1-year
No,
deal?
he's not getting big money. He's not getting big money anymore.
I would think like 1-year prove it deal with like
I
pretty
think
good
that's
money.
probably what it is. I didn't look it
I'll
up. But
look entitled next year to the Cowboys then.
yeah,
I mean, unlock that potential maybe, but
Yeah.
dang.
So-
Former number 1 overall pick.
2.
Who would
It
have
was
won
2.
that year? Okay, you don't have to think about it.
Yeah,
But anyways, extremely high pick, like showed a
yeah.
lot of potential.
Yeah,
And now I didn't even know what team he's on.
Yeah, and they've got a couple dog linebackers. They play fast.
Well, good thing we're fast too.
Their offense. You've got Kamara. Who at
Don't-
29 should be slowing down, but he's
He's just throwing haymakers.
he's still got gas in the tank. They've got Olave. They've got this new dude, Raheem Shaheed, I think.
Yeah, I got him in both leagues accidentally.
He's the fastest player on the field.
Turns out that was actually a pretty good pickup by me.
No, very good pickup. And the offensive coordinator that they have is graduated from the Kyle Shanahan coaching tree. So you're going to see a lot of motion. You are going to see a lot of stuff that's going to try to confuse and diagnose that defense. Let's not sleep on it. When I made this pick, and they did score 47 last week, but it was on the Panthers, who may be the worst team in the league.
Maybe. Come on, dog.
So yeah, I got that as a dub, and that's just kind of, I guess, my little preview for tomorrow or Sunday. Week 3, home to the 325 to the Ravens. I've got that as our first L.
Yeah.
It just seems like we're due for one, and we don't. I don't know.
And the Ravens are a good team.
I need to prove it against good teams.
Yeah.
You know, I want us to prove it. Week 4, we've got the fucking, and this is why I say Carolina may be the worst team, because we've got the Giants on the road.
That's a win.
7:15. It looks like it's a Thursday night game.
Okay.
So I got that as a dub.
Yeah.
Week 5, we could be either playing Russell Wilson or Justin Fields. That's a Sunday night football game. I got that as a win.
Yeah. Doesn't matter. We'll take it.
And again, after seeing week 6, we've got Detroit, and after seeing them play, that's a 3:25 game. At home, I've got a loss.
Yep.
Week 7 is a bye. Fun fact or a note here: we will get Tom Brady the first 3 weeks of the season. So
Wasn't a big fan this first week, but I know he's just getting started.
he's going to get better.
They took out third leg Greg for this guy, and that's what breaks my heart.
Yeah, and it happens. You know, Chris Sims got replaced. You know, Romo took his shit.
Well, Chris Sims was also not that great.
He was not good. But yeah, so we've got Brady. The first 3 weeks. We got the bye week 7. I've got us losing 2 in a row because week 8 is Sunday night football at San Francisco, who is kind of our booger. They're kind of our boogeyman. But you know, they could look different with McCaffrey.
They could line up Zeke at center again.
Yeah,
Maybe try that again. That might work.
yeah, and but
So
they,
embarrassing.
you know, Shanahan just does Shanahan shit like his dad at running back, and they'll just throw some dude who worked at Home Depot, and he'll go off for 20 carries, 153 yards, and 2 tutties. So, I mean, who fucking knows? And they're good. They got Debo. They got Ayuk. They got Ricky Pearsall, who was fucking willing to die for his watch and his wallet. He gets shot. Did you hear about that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't he their first round pick?
Yeah. Out of Florida. Week 9, Atlanta.
You got that as a
away.
loss?
No, I've got that as a win. It's a nooner. Week 9.
Okay,
On
you
the
said
road.
back-to-back losses.
Yeah, Detroit and San Francisco.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And then we've got Philly at home. I've got that as a win.
Yeah. So, wait. What's your record right now?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in
6 and 3?
4.
6 and 4, okay.
Or 6 and 3. Or we're going to be 6 and 4 because week 11, Monday Night Football, Houston, I've got that as a loss.
I'll disagree. I think we'll win that.
Okay. You keeping up with your record?
I am now.
Week 12, this is Thanksgiving. We've got the
Dude, there's so many primetime games now.
Washington
This
Commanders
is like the 5th one. That's a win.
at nooner.
That's a win.
At nooner. I want to say, because, yeah, that's about right. But it's
thought-
weird we're playing noon.
I was going to say, doesn't Detroit always play at noon and we play in the afternoon?
Well, then it's the Giants then.
It doesn't matter. That's a win.
Yeah, that's the Giants. We're going to win there. The 28th might be the Thanksgiving game. Week 14, and granted, I had this before.
So we went Commanders Giants.
Commanders, Giants.
Okay, so then I have us at 9 and 3.
Okay. So
Wait.
this,
I think so.
again, and
We lost to San Francisco, Detroit, and Baltimore.
Yeah.
Those are my 3 losses. Okay.
I've got Houston in there.
Yeah, you added Houston.
And if you notice, these are I don't trust us against good teams. In week 14, and granted, keep in mind this was before the season. Away to Cincinnati, I've got that as a loss.
That's a win.
But again, that was before Joey B shit the bed.
Yeah, he
That's
looked
my
like
fucking
he
quarterback.
looked really bad. That was not a good
My
pick by you.
quarterback. No, well, he's around 7 or 8.
Okay,
not bad.
That's good value.
Week 15, we've got the Panthers
a
away
win.
at noon. Sunday Night Football, Week 16, home to the Bucks. I've got a W. Week 17, I've got a 325 away at Philly. I got that as a loss.
Yeah, we usually
Because I
split
just
that.
split whoever's at
Yeah.
home. That's
I
just
think we
my
do that.
standard.
We say that every
Yeah.
year.
And that's how it works out.
Yeah.
Final game of the year, Week 18, either on the January 4th or 5th, Commanders at home. I've got that as a W, giving me 11 and 6.
Okay, well, I'm just a big homer because I got us going 13 and 4.
I got us 11 and 6.
And your extra losses are Houston and Cincy, and I could see us losing to one of those two. So
Yeah.
it's not crazy. So we
You
could
know,
meet in the middle at 12 and 5.
and we
which
could
is not crazy.
And we always have a turd game against a team we should win. or
I
we
think
should
you
be.
predicted we'd lose to Carolina last year or something
Yeah.
like that. And I was
Yeah.
like, you're so stupid.
Didn't we?
No, we didn't lose. They won like 3 games last year.
We lost to somebody we shouldn't have fucking lost to.
We could easily lose like Jaden Daniels could have like
Yeah,
his first career game against us. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't rule that out.
and I could
And
roll
Dan
out.
Quinn knows how to play us, so maybe we do have a tight game against Washington.
Yeah, and
That's
could
not crazy.
And I really like Baker Mayfield. I could see
I've
us.
always been a Baker
I
fan,
could see
dude.
Baker pulling one out. Pulling one out on Sunday Night Football in a wild game. In Week 16. So yeah, I mean it could change. I mean we've been 12-5 the last 3 years. We're probably a 11, 12, 13 win team. But it's just hard to win. It's hard to win 12 plus games.
You know what would be
It's
cool
like-
though is if we win 2 games in the playoffs.
That would be cool.
At least.
That would be cool. That's the fucking yeah.
Yeah, I'd like to see that because last time I saw that, I was Landry's age.
Yeah.
Yeah. Last time my team was good, buddy, I was your age, and now I have a mortgage and 2 kids. Think about that. Enjoy it. Okay. Enjoy your prime years. I want to be like you when I grow up, Rizzler. You like that?
You got anything else on the Cowboys? Because I got a few things. I got a few observations from last Sunday, and I kind of thought this would be the case, but I think we got a dog in Overshown.
Oh, we
I
said that when we drafted
dude,
him. We were fan.
I
He was
think-
just hurt, but
I
we were
think
like,
he's
y'all
got a
watch
dog.
out for this guy.
Do you remember this play? Deshaun Watson was scrambling to his right.
Mm-hmm.
Parsons was in pursuit, and then all of a sudden you just see a white blur flash across the screen, and then tackle Watson. It was like a 4th down. Like I was like, who the fuck?
Yeah,
I didn't know who it was until they slowed the replay down.
On that play, he was the fastest guy on the field.
Dog. He's gonna be a
Dog.
dog.
We need that drop. Just
Yeah.
going dog. We can easily replace one of these.
Kalen Carson, rookie 5th round pick,
Wake Forest.
Wake Forest.
Dog.
Dog. Gonna hold it down until Bland gets back. Diggs coming off an ACL, no issue there. Micah is going to be a fucking problem. He should be Defensive Player of the Year.
I think he's the favorite.
He should be. I just, I know it's a Cleveland team.
Cooper Beebe just eating up blocks, just
Yeah.
throwing guys around.
Yeah.
Dog.
Tyler Guyton, I think I think Garrett ended up with the sack, but you're going against the reigning Defensive Player of the
Yeah,
Year.
and I was telling my
you
buddy
held
about
your
this.
own.
I was like, it's only going to get easier and better from here for him. Like, he literally went up against the best in the business. And,
Well-
yeah, you gave up a sack and you gave up some pressures, but come on, man. You're going up against a future Hall of Famer, guys built in the lab, and you held your own for the majority of the game.
Show that to Andrew.
Who the hell is that?
Get closer and show it to him so he can read it.
Oh, my God. That looks terrible.
Talking about fucking, she was never like knockout or pretty, but
No,
talking
but now
about
she
aging
does
bad.
look like a
Macaulay
dried up
Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah. I think it was all good. I think we took our foot off the gas there. The second half, obviously.
See,
Yeah.
and I missed that Turpin return, too, because I
Oh,
came back and
dude.
so Ben nearly beat me in our league, and I'm like, why is this defense crushing me? And I was like,
Turpin.
oh, they got a return touchdown.
Yeah.
And I didn't know it was special teams. I was like,
Yeah.
was it a pick 6 or a fumble?
No. So I think we're gonna be okay. Get Luafau and
Dude, I think he'll be good.
he'll be all right. He'll be all right.
Kendricks look like Vikings Kendrick from
He
back
got
in the
he got
day.
the pick. Thanks to Parsons, getting the pressure and blocking.
No, I haven't been excited. Like, the last couple of years have been fun because, like, when you watch football, it's fun to watch your team play offense. But I get stoked when our defense gets out there. Like, I just want to see, like, what we're going to do now. So I can watch, like, every phase of my team and watch it.
Yeah, you don't go up and get your chips or whatever when the defense comes on anymore. But
Yeah, like, I got to watch the whole game because this defense is so fun to watch.
and shout out to Mike Zimmer. I wasn't sure.
I was stoked.
Going
I was
from
like,
Quinn.
that was the best replacement. Unless
Yeah.
you're going to get, like, the youngest, brightest mind in the game.
Yeah.
But to get a guy
I
who's
think-
been here for our highest of highs,
Yeah.
who was a very good coach in Minnesota. I mean, he
Yeah.
had success there.
Yeah, and where a lot of people don't have success in Minnesota.
And he comes back here, comes back home. And
No,
they said
I-
he's big on like, know your assignments and just do your role, and these things will happen. He puts them in place to make plays.
and Quinn was very give me athletes, and Zimmer is give me my guys who can play, my type of guys who can
Which-
play what I need. I need them for this job, and if
That's
they
got
can
to
do
be
that,
fun come draft day, because
Yeah.
when he's got guys, he knows who he wants. Like
Yeah.
like you said, Quinn's like, oh, this guy ran a 4.4, like that's my guy. Whereas Zimmer's like, I watch tape on this guy. He's smart. He knows where to be in a play. That's what you want. You want guys who do their job.
You're going to see a shift, especially in the secondary. Quinn was very. He had a prototype. He had a certain type of DB that he liked. He liked he liked his defensive backs to have some height on them, more slender. You're going to see a
That's
shift away
Nation,
from
right?
that.
Special.
Yeah, you're going to see a shift away from that. You're going to see more blitzing. Quinn didn't blitz a whole lot. You're going to see safety blitzes. You're going to see double A gap stuff. I saw a play where they had Kendricks and Overshone, I think, lined up double A gap, which is either side of the center. And so they presented 6, so, our 4 down linemen and then 2 in that A gap. And it was super fucking impressive because as soon as the ball was snapped, the linebackers dropped out. We won with 4. We won with pressure with 4.
You probably already psyched out the offensive lineman too, thinking they're bringing 6.
And it's Deshaun Watson, who is a fucking dumpster fire. Had another fucking allegation this week.
Dude, that's crazy.
Just fucking.
My
just
buddy
get
told me
rid
that
of
their
him, dude.
contract's only void until a certain point, and
Yeah.
they can cut him and not pay him all that money.
Don't quote me. Don't quote me on this, but if they cut him now, they would be on the hook for like $120 or $120
Oh, that's
million.
not bad. Yeah.
120 million in dead money.
Well, look at what the Broncos did with Russell Wilson. They gave him a ton of money. Maybe not that guaranteed, but they were like, we will pay you X amount of tens of millions of dollars to fuck off.
Did you watch a whole lot of NFL last weekend?
No, I watched the Sunday night game and I watched our game.
I gotta say that the lack of the 3 preseason games and the lack of these starters not getting any time, there was some pretty bad quarterback play on Sunday. And
Well, yeah,
Monday.
and that's what I was telling my buddies at work when they're like, so and so sucked. And I'm like, these guys don't play in the preseason anymore. This
was
their
a
first
preseason.
This was their first real game action. Wait till week 3 or 4.
4, yeah.
And when that's when they're going to start balling.
Yeah. So
Well, speaking of quarterbacks, we got our guy.
yeah,
4 more years.
4 years, 240 million. Dak gets 60 a year. I think it's
He got 231 guaranteed, which
Guaranteed.
is one more than old Creeper Boy.
yeah. I'm happy about it. I think people, casuals. I don't even engage. I don't even engage with this conversation because we tried to the dudes at work. When it's big news and they're nerds.
Lance lost whatever talk he had among casual fans on that last preseason game, like 5 interceptions and a pick
Yeah.
6. Because I'm like, oh, he's fucking athletic. He's pennies on the dollar. And then you watch that and you're like, yeah, this guy's dog
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, but the dudes at work.
He's
were
not
like,
even our backup.
Dudes are like, oh, why are you paying? The dude sucks. I'm like, as little as I know about IT at this point, I know that much more about football.
Yeah, he doesn't suck.
So let
When
me
you're
tell
top
you-
5 or 6 at your position, and it's the most important position.
He should have been MVP last year. They gave it to Lamar for whatever reason.
Well, what game did he suck in near the end? We played somebody, and he had a shit game.
Don't remember.
I don't remember either, but he had one bad game in like week 15 or 16, and then Lamar had. But you look at his numbers, and Dak had better everything.
Everything.
besides rushing.
And he already had one. Like they should have given it to Dak. But
We're homers, but
Cowboy bias thing.
Parsons should have won Defensive Player. Dak MVP.
But I was telling the dudes at work, and I'll bring it. I brought it up to you before we started recording. If he makes it to the open market, and you've got 4 to 6 teams, that being Las Vegas, the Giants, Tampa Bay, Saints. There's probably a couple other ones.
Yeah, there's about 5 or 6 teams that
Pittsburgh
could
maybe
use a quarterback.
That thing's getting to 70 million.
Yeah, you're right. If
It
he hits
starts
the
at
open
60.
market, it starts at where it is now, and it's going to go up That could have been an extra 40 total over a 4-year deal.
It wouldn't have shocked me. It wouldn't have shocked me to get to 70 because he got to 60 with no negotiation, no competition. He got his 60.
He had leverage, but he didn't have competition.
No, he had all the leverage.
And if you make the open market and you get like, oh, you said 60, they said 65, someone said 70, now it's more than that.
Yeah. So.
And finding a quarterback, dude, it's not that fucking easy.
you
People
wanna-
make it seem like, let's just draft a guy. Oh, okay, cool, let's just draft a guy. Because we've only drafted like 4 good quarterbacks in 50 years.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that fucking easy.
And we've lucked. I mean, since Aikman.
Aikman was the number 1 overall pick. The only times we got lucky were Dak and
Romo.
Romo.
And
And Staubach was a late pick, but then he had to go to the fucking Navy and serve.
Yeah. And,
So that's why we got him late.
And we've gotten extremely lucky for 20 years. We could have had Manziel. If Jerry would have had his way, it would have been fucking Johnny Manziel.
No Zach
and-
Martin.
Yeah. Yeah.
Live update here. Toronto just took this. Argonauts are going to win this one.
Yep. 33-17.
Wasn't even close.
Shout out Argo. Shout out Chad Kelly.
Shout out Chad Kelly. It looks like a great value Gardner Minshew over here. He wishes he was Gardner Minshew. I wish I was Gardner Minshew. Who am I talking about?
Can I say this so I have it out in the open? And I think I may have said this to you before.
You want to fuck Gardner Minshew?
Yeah.
Me too.
The best quarterback on the Saints and the best quarterback of this draft class will be Spencer Rattler. I think
you
I
were
said
high on
that.
that guy. So he was a piece of shit when he was like 18, and everyone's
Who
like,
wasn't?
Yeah, and everyone was like, oh, guess he'll never play.
Who wasn't? But he's got the arm
So
talent.
if you're a Saints fan, that's exciting because you're
Yeah.
like, so we got David Carr for like what, 1 more year, but we could develop this
Yeah.
guy and have him for like 2 more years on a rookie deal.
You know, and Kavanaugh brought up he made a cool point or a good point. David Carr is the Mendoza line of quarterbacks. Like he's right at that last one before the huge drop off.
He's like number like 12, 13,
But
14.
he's not, even that the lower kind of middle class. Like, he's the Mendoza line. Like, if you don't have a quarterback, you're like, yeah, okay, we got David Carr.
I mean,
we're
Jared
okay.
Goff felt like that way for a while
Dude,
until he kind of went.
Can
up
we
and he
talk
got
about
paid.
Jared Goff's glow up? Like, he is
I was gonna say but now
a
he's
really good quarterback.
But now he's like, yeah, guess what? I'm getting paid like a top dog.
Fucking.
But that's a good
Detroit's-
point because he is like he'd be one of those guys where like. So he's not going to be a starter anymore, but he could be a backup for a few more years if he wants to. And it's like, our quarterback's down, but we got David fucking Carr coming in.
Yeah.
He might throw for 3 touchdowns.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm mansplaining this chair right now, or manspreading, whatever it's called.
Hey, you do what you got to do, bro.
I shouldn't have worn underwear and this shit's all tangled up.
Do what you got to do. I was trying to
Pants
look up
off
and
is
see
what I want to do.
why Chad Kelly was a piece of shit.
No. Do you want me to go to my football bracket?
All right,
Are
hold
you
on.
doing that?
Wait, I got it.
Oh, you got
December 2014, Kelly was arrested following an altercation outside of a Buffalo, New York nightclub in which he fought with bouncers and resisted arrest. Criminal charges were dropped in exchange for his plea of guilty due to disorderly conduct.
it? That's not too bad.
2024, Kelly was named in a wrongful dismissal lawsuit by former Toronto Argonaut coach.
Oh, shit.
Alleged that Kelly had made attempts of unwanted romantic advances and escalating into instances of threatening language, leading to the coach's dismissal.
Wait,
So is
he was trying to bang his coach?
trying to bang his coach?
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
we don't. There's nothing wrong with that.
I was gonna say, do your thing, buddy.
Nothing wrong with that. But
Chad
yeah,
Kelly's just a madman.
Yeah, we didn't get some clarification there.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the best quarterback is their third string quarterback. I'm really high on him. He's got insane arm talent. Well, he was a shithead.
Well, he's a shithead at 18. Like, I was the ultimate shithead at 18.
Yeah.
Now I'm just a shithead at 36. So
Yeah.
I've
So
improved.
shithead, but
I've doubled my life from now, and I'm only a shithead who doesn't like a lot of people. So I choose to be a shithead.
oh,
It's
crazy.
okay.
He was the Mr. Irrelevant of the 2017 draft.
I think I remember that.
So that's crazy. The Denver Broncos. Shout out fucking
Bo Nix. He's probably still younger than Bo Nix.
Chad Kelly's 30.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, shout out fucking John Elway. He can't fucking
Draft.
find quarterback talent to fucking save his.
He's not there anymore, though, is he?
Probably not. I don't
I'm pretty
give
sure
a
he's not.
Trash organizations other than my own. We got any other Cowboys shit?
No.
No.
I can tell you what we're going to do in the playoffs. I've predicted it.
Okay. Let's run down some playoffs.
All right. Did you come up with your own bracket, or you just want me to say mine?
No, I didn't come up with a bracket.
Okay.
You-
In the AFC, I have the 1 seed being the Kansas City Chiefs, which sucks. My
But
two
true.
my 2-7 matchup is Baltimore over the Jets. My 3-6 is 3-6 Mafia. That's what it is. Buffalo over Pittsburgh. And my
You got Pittsburgh making it.
I
Huh?
do. I was looking at the conference. I was like, with Tua's now brain dead. I'm
Captain
like,
8-8's gonna make the playoffs.
I was like,
huh?
these are hard picks to make. And they were the 6th
I make
seed.
fun of Tomlin for being Captain 8-8, but I'd fucking take him in a heartbeat.
Yeah, well, we had Mr. 8-8 for a while too. We had the white Mike Tomlin forever.
Yeah, we did.
My 4-5 matchup, just because I was like, I don't know who's gonna win this shitty division. I have Houston over the Colts. I don't know, man. Anthony Richardson, maybe, but you look at the rest of that division, other than Houston, who already had winning. So I was like, I guess they're my wild card
I
team.
want to talk about arm talent. He might not end up being a good quarterback, but Anthony Richardson can throw a ball clear over them damn mountains. Like the dude's
And
got
he's
an
built like a
insane
tight end.
arm.
So I'm like, why wouldn't he be all right? Like, why? If that was my team, if I'm a Colts fan, I'm like, I'm okay with y'all taking that pick. Let's see how this plays out.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that. Then we'll move over to the NFC before we get into the real nitty gritty of the playoffs. Unfortunately, I had the San Francisco 49ers as the 1 seed. I have Detroit as a 2, beating Green Bay 7, because I think they're going to lose some games with Jordan Love out now.
Fun fact, hold on. It's Green Bay. Malik Willis, I think, is going to start.
He's not in Tennessee anymore?
No, he's in Green Bay. Fun fact, he got yanked in the middle of a preseason game for being in the middle of a drive for being so fucking bad.
Jeez.
Yeah, Vrabel was like, no. I don't care. Get somebody else. Ryan Tannehill, come on down to Green Bay.
Oh, yeah. Is he just a free agent right now?
I think so. I don't know where he's
Carson Wentz. Why not?
at. I don't know.
Got to be better than this guy. So Detroit over Green Bay. I have my 3-6 matchup is Dallas over the Rams. My 4-5, I have Tampa over Philly. So then moving on.
That'd be great.
Oh, yeah. I don't want Philly to win. Wait, I did pick Philly to win. I said Philly over Tampa Bay.
Oh.
My bad. I had Philly beating Tampa Bay. I put a check mark next to him. So, AFC, Kansas City over Houston. Baltimore over the Buffalo Bills. So then we have Baltimore over KC to make the Super Bowl. Okay, I got Baltimore in the Super Bowl. In the NFC,
NFC.
or in the NFC, I have San Francisco over Philadelphia. I got Dallas over Detroit, but I got San Francisco beating Dallas in the NFC Championship game, setting up Baltimore beating the San Francisco 49ers. Could be all wrong.
I think it's going to be.
I just don't want Kansas City or 49ers.
I think it's going to be a rematch, and I think
That sucks.
Kansas City's going to get a three-peat.
Dude, don't say it. Don't put that out there.
Mahomes is getting to Brady status where when
Oh,
they're
why are we watching pickleball? This shit is so
because the
stupid.
game's over. But
Is this the Ocho? What are we watching right now?
CBS Sports Network. It sucks. Do they have two simultaneous games going?
I think
on?
so. They're not playing doubles right now. They're just like sharing this
How
little
does
court.
that work?
I don't know. And they got a fucking ref out there that has a shirt that says referee.
Oh my god! What a fucking low rent shit is this? And this is the fucking sport taking the fucking country.
Yeah, that's what I
by
see.
storm.
Like pickleball sweeping the nation. I look at it. I'm like, this fucking shit right here.
Why are you wearing sport glasses?
I don't know.
You
I
wearing eye protection?
I like glasses on ladies though. I've been wearing glasses
Yeah,
since
not
like
fucking,
89.
not Brian Bosworth fucking 1980s. Fucking
Shit, what do you think I was
Oakleys.
wearing in junior high football?
They are doubles. So
Oh,
why
I
do they
bet that determined who started. They were probably just going back and forth. You know how ping pong you do that?
Yeah.
You spell ping and then whoever fucks up first. Yeah,
have?
now they're playing doubles.
Okay.
Okay, I like how we're learning pickleball on the fly.
On the fly. So yeah, I think Mahomes is reaching Brady status is where when you just don't bet against him. And Andy
mean,
Reid and
The fact that he's from Texas, I always like that.
you got Rashid Rice.
Yeah, he's a real speedster.
Yeah, he is. And then
I
you got
still like
Xavier.
Andy Reid.
Then you got Xavier Worthy, who's
He's
just
from
not.
Texas.
Shout out fucking Buffalo for letting them letting them fall to the Chiefs.
Yeah, that was weird. They traded that pick.
That was dumb. Draft night, I texted you. I was like, "What are they doing?
And then I looked.
They need wide
and
receiver
I was
help."
gonna say, who's their wide receiver now? They don't have
Keon
Diggs or-
Coleman.
Didn't that guy play for like Jacksonville like 5 years ago? Is he still good?
Wait, are you talking about Buffalo?
Aren't you talking about Buffalo?
I'm talking about Buffalo. They drafted Keon Coleman out of
Oh, I'm thinking
Florida State.
there's a guy named like Keon Cole that used to be a wide
Yeah,
receiver.
you're right. And Gabe Davis isn't there anymore.
Yeah, he left.
he's
or he
in
got
Jacksonville.
traded.
He's in Jacksonville.
Jacksonville connection.
Um,
So they purposely traded Diggs.
Diggs. Yeah, it may be the Keon Coleman show up there.
Man, maybe I should have known that, and I could have drafted that guy.
I got him
Oh, well, you smart. You smart.
because he's great in interview. He's got such a cool personality.
Is he better than Xavier Legit though? Legit?
Accent wise, no, but personality and just being awesome in interviews, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Maybe I don't have Keon. One of the leagues I got Keon Coleman.
One of my leagues completely auto drafted. I signed in. I said, "Oh, it's the 15th round."
Yeah, I had Lauren drafted as I was driving down the road. She's like, "All right, it's round 12. There's these people available." I was like, "All right, pick so and so." She picked my whole team.
Okay. AI picked it, and I got an A+.
So yeah, I think Mahomes is just reaching that Brady level where you
I can see that.
they get in that mode and you don't bet against them.
But check this out: injuries happen.
Yeah, but I believe in
A thing called love.
yeah.
too, dog.
I believe in Andy Reid. I think they're I don't know. I just think they're too good.
Well, I hate to see it. I'd rather if
You got
we don't
Travis
win
Swift.
it. If we don't win it, I would love to see Detroit win it.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind
Shout
seeing
out Dan Campbell.
Baltimore. Dude, I love Detroit. I love Dan Campbell. Just let him eat those kneecaps.
Yep.
All right. You want to do what are we listening to? What are we watching?
Yeah. I'll make mine quick because I'm watching football.
Okay.
Just watching football.
That was really quick.
I caught up at one point to Big Brother, and then
we didn't talk any Big Brother.
Yeah, football started.
Next episode.
Dude, it's a great season, and I don't know if it's
my favorite season of all time.
has it gotten. I'm at the point.
It's so fucking good.
Okay, it's
This
still good.
season's so good.
Okay,
Every episode, something happens that you don't see coming, right? Expected, unexpected. And you're like, that would have been the highlight of any other season. It's
Right.
something that happens almost every week.
Every week, yeah.
There's blind sides. Every time there's an alliance that gets blown up, vetoes are getting used on people that you wouldn't expect. People are going home that felt like pawns are going home. Say, I'm the HOH and you're my boy, right? I'm like, look, you're just going to be a pawn this week. Don't worry. Boom, you're gone. That's happened multiple times. The house will flip on eviction day. The people will talk hours before and the whole house will flip eviction night.
Yeah,
and
we catch up.
the votes haven't been unanimous, right?
Oh, it's
Every
been-
one of them has been tight butthole votes.
oh damn,
Every one of them.
and that's so rare
Yeah.
in today's game.
That's what I'm saying. Every other one, it's by a vote of 8-0 or 9-1 or whatever. No, it's we're talking 6-5, 4-3.
Damn.
The closer we get, these votes are flipping moments before the vote happens.
Let's
Somebody
go,
will
dude.
flip, and the whole house will
Let's go. So yeah, I'm watching football.
You can get that Big Brother on.
Yeah.
You need to go to Tomatoes. See your girl. Get a large pizza. Oh, that's bad.
Can I?
Breaking up.
I gotta calm down. The wife's in there. Doors open. She can't know I got a secret crush at Tomatoes.
She's gonna listen to this though.
Yeah, she claims she listens to everyone. I doubt it.
Well,
though.
Claire doesn't listen to any of this, but then I told her our topic, and she goes, "Well, I'm gonna have to listen to that segment."
Oh, yeah, of course.
I said, "Well, you're gonna hear me get hard for Scott Wolf, so good luck. Hope you don't mind that little twink."
So yeah, what I've been listening to though, I hadn't picked up a book or listened to a book because it's football season and I'm back on my Cowboys. I don't know. I wasn't excited for the season and we talked about it. My enthusiasm was at an all-time low, but then draft happened and week 0 of college football, I was like, oh, it's fucking back. I try to stay away, but I just can't.
Oh, once that week 0 hits, I sent that thing to my wife where it's from now until Valentine's Day,
yeah.
there's gonna be
You're
a game
done.
on.
Yeah, you're done.
I don't even fucking know you anymore, lady. Get out of here.
So yeah, a couple good new podcasts. One of my staples was it used to be called About Them Cowboys. It had KT Fun Tweets Turner.
Yeah.
And John Machota, who's a beat writer. He's on the Pulse, but they've rebranded to because it was an athletic podcast, and Athletic kind of chopped away a lot of their shit, and they rebranded to the One Star Cowboys podcast. Same guys, still really good. And then a new venture, a new kind of a new guy is in town, and it's called DLLS Sports. So you can find
They
them
just took
on
the vowels out.
yeah,
Simple.
you can find them on all your major platforms, YouTube, Spotify, my Apple Podcasts. But they have DLS Cowboys, DLS Stars, DLS Mavs, Rangers, all that. So they're covering all the sports. But the Cowboys one is Jeff Kavanaugh, who's my boy. I'll ride and die with him. I'll follow him wherever he goes.
Dog.
Even though I didn't follow him to his failed fucking 97-1 fucking bullshit.
I
when
just
he was there.
if I'm not listening to an audiobook, it's usually the fan.
Yeah.
So guess
But
I'm
it's
just-
him and Jesse Holly, whose opinion I really, I think he just keeps it real. He's been there. He's done that.
he won
so-
4th and long, didn't he?
He won 4th and long.
That's cool.
And every time, like when they do the introductions, they have the call of Brad Sham, where it's like, "Oh, Jesse Holly, 77 yards. It must be a reality show." Because I don't know if you remember that game, but Romo hit Jesse Holly in San Francisco for 77 yards, and he got tackled and it was like in the fourth quarter, dying moments, and we kicked a field goal and won. I don't know if you remember that, but that's where that audio drop is from Brad Sham.
Can we just give a Brad Sham appreciation shout
Yeah,
out here?
because he's getting up there and he's not going to be
Yeah,
around.
we gotta
and-
appreciate while we can because I canceled Hulu Live TV because it was like so much money, and I just got a digital antenna. Well, I finally figured out like the sweet spot, but before I could, I was telling my wife because it was real staticky, and I'm like, well, I should just turn on the radio, and I can watch the play, but when it goes out, I'll listen to Sham and it's Babe Laufenberg.
Babe Laufenberg, yeah.
So I'm like, I'll just have my boys call the game, and that's what I just did. So even when I got the signal in, I was like, fuck Tom Brady. Muted that and just turned up, listened to Brad Sham, and watched the game.
Yeah. We're kind of fucking blessed with Dallas
Yeah.
commentators because you got Followell, and Chuck
Eric
Cooper's
Nadel.
team for the Mavs, radio and TV. And then you've got Eric Nadel and
Jared Sandler.
Jared Sandler, but he's been here forever.
Oh, yeah, the other man. The guy who Jared Sandler's kind of like subbing in for.
Yeah, Texas Rangers
We're going to feel stupid.
announcer.
Brady's just yelling at us right now.
Yeah.
If he made it this far. You think they still listen?
Probably not. Eric Nadel, Matt Hicks.
Is it Matt Hicks? The main guy's Eric Nadel, I thought.
But there's one I'm missing.
Oh.
There's one I'm missing, and he's a fucking legend, and I should. No, it's not Tom. I'm an idiot. Eric Nadel. We already mentioned him.
Remember Josh Lewin?
Josh Lewin.
Josh Lewin was fucking cool.
Shout out.
He went to like New York. I think he's working for the Mets now, so he got a huge upgrade. He called the LT's touchdown
Yeah,
record.
he's a Chargers guy too
Yeah.
during football season.
That was another. I think that was the first one, or he was the first guy where I was like, oh, we have really good guys here, and I should just appreciate like the greatness because they're not going to be here forever. Yeah, Josh Lewin was fucking cool.
Sorry, this is terrible.
We just lost all 3 listeners, dude. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
I don't know. I'm trying to.
And racquetball or pickleball's on TV. It fucking sucks.
Anyway, yeah, and then on the football side, as we mentioned, it's Brad Sham.
Every
and
Sunday, Sham
Laufenberg.
goes ham.
And then wasn't hockey Daryl Ray, Razor Ray,
Razor, yeah.
Razor? Dude, we're just and then
We really are. Like when you look at it, like all of them are fantastic at their jobs.
and then before MLS made that, I understand why they fucking did the deal with Apple. It's 10 years, 100 million. Like I get that. But when it was, kind of local broadcast, Followell would do that in the summers, and
Dude's a pro.
As good as he is, and because he's a passionate soccer dude too, as good as he is at the Mavs, he's just as good at soccer. And I wanted to say he did some World Cup games too. He did some World Cup stuff in 2022 or 2018, one of them.
I wonder if he's going to be in the next.
It's home, it's
yeah,
here.
I mean, like calling the local
It's
games
here.
for us.
And I guess shout out. You're not going to know this name. None of our listeners are going to know this name. But the U.S. Men's National Team, we finally fired Greg Berhalter, who's fucking terrible. Like, we fired him. after 2018. Or no, we fired him. Fired him once after the World Cup, and then we brought him back, which I was against. And then we got bounced from Copa America over the summer in the group stage, which is unacceptable because it was at home. We had an easy group to get out of. But yeah, we hired I think it's Mauricio Pochettino, who is a very big name. He's managed clubs like Tottenham, Chelsea, PSG, who are huge European clubs. And we announced him officially yesterday as our manager for the U.S. men's national team.
Where was he just before? Was he just
Chelsea?
He left Chelsea to come here.
Yeah.
Is that an upgrade?
Well, he got let go at Chelsea.
Oh,
but,
well, there you go.
But I mean, he's the best manager we've ever had. He's the most relevant manager we've ever had, and I'm super excited about it. He's got his first games. I want to say in November. We've got another group of friendlies, and again, we need it because we had two groups of friendlies. We had two matches here last week. We lost to Canada on home soil for the first time since 1958.
Wow.
And that's just fucking unacceptable. And then we drew New Zealand. And at this stage of our kind of soccer life and soccer in America, where we've got an entire starting 11 who plays in, the top 5 major leagues in Europe, we shouldn't be dropping games like that. Even if it's a kind of a B or C squad, we shouldn't be dropping games at home to Canada and then drawing New Zealand. So this team has lost its way. It needs an identity, and Pochettino will come in and bring that. He'll bring a fresh perspective. He'll bring accountability. Berhalter was a player's guy. He was a player's coach. At times, it seemed like he was more concerned with what kicks he was wearing on the sideline. His roster selections were questionable. His tactics were questionable. I'll give him credit at his first run. We missed 2018, the World Cup. We didn't qualify. The disastrous night in Trinidad and Tobago where we lost. Again, shouldn't that be happening? They're a third world country. We shouldn't be losing to those guys. And he did rebuild the program and got us out of the group in the World Cup. So kudos to that, but he should have been fired after that. And, you'll know this because I brought it up to you. There was a whole thing where there was a scandal where Gio Reyna's parents leaked a story about him, a DV allegation when they were in college with his then girlfriend, now wife. And there was just all this drama going on. But, yeah, anyway, Mauricio Pochettino, I think he's going to be great. And,
And we should have him enough time to, prepare for the World Cup.
Yeah, he's got in June 2026 World Cup starts, and he's got essentially almost 2 years here to make his mark. And so I almost let that slip, but we got Poch, and I'm excited about that. So yeah.
All right, well, let me tell you what I was watching and listening to. I guess I could have used all that time to look this up real quick to find the picture.
Poor time management.
I got it. So this one, audiobook's called Raven Rock. And let's just see. Raven Rock, this is just a quick summary. It's a 650-acre compound called Raven Rock, just miles from Camp David, as well as dozens of other bunkers the government built for its top leaders during the Cold War, with the White House lawn to Cheyenne Mountains in Colorado to Palm Beach, Florida, and the secret plans that would have kicked in after the Cold War nuclear attacks to round up foreigners and dissidents and nationalize industries. Equal parts of presidential, military, and cultural history, Raven Rock tracks the evolution of the government's plan and the threat of global war from the dawn of the nuclear era through the War of Terror. So it just kind of chronicled everything that went on, basically from the beginning of the Cold War and Truman, all the way up until it really kind of slowed down after 9/11. 9/11 was the second big peak, but just the infrastructure and just the resources that went in. I mean, we're talking tens of billions of dollars that were funded to make all these facilities and caves and bunkers, and the plan was to get out the senators and the congressmen first to secure that the government would be there in the state of a nuclear fallout, because we didn't really have to live through that, but it just seems crazy. The whole premise of the Cold War to me has always been crazy and fascinating.
That's kind of like your favorite era, right?
Yeah, I love just the anything to do with the Cold War. And this was just about the infrastructure and the planning that went into if we were attacked, what would happen. And they made a show about it on Vice called While the Rest of Us Die, because that really was, it's like, look, we're going to look out for us, the government that has the money. This is just for us. Everyone else is going to fucking die. They tell you to duck and cover, right? Get under a table. They all had backup plans. They had bunkers that were carved into mountains with like cement doors that would shut and have provisions to last, however long they needed.
You see why I don't get behind a candidate and I don't get into this politics
like
bullshit.
They were only looking out for themselves.
Care.
And at first they were like, "This is just for you," and these guys were like, "Fuck you!" Like my family's coming with me, and they finally made more space so that they could at least bring their families along. But yeah, it was only to watch out for them. So that's called Raven Rock. That was a really cool book. This is just what I've listened to in the last couple weeks. There's too much to list, but this one was called Behind Her Eyes. A lady named Sarah Pinborough.
Starting that one next.
So this is a quick summary. In Behind Her Eyes, Sarah Pinborough has written a novel that takes the modern-day love triangle and not only turns it on its head, but completely reinvents it in a way that will leave readers reeling. So, don't want to spoil anything, but there is a Netflix show on that we also watched. Like, because I was telling Claire, I was like, this book is fucking nuts, right? Like, twists and turns, and you don't know, like, what's going to happen until the end. So she was like, I told her about it, and she thought it sounded interesting. So then we watched the show, 6 episodes, and we both really liked it. The show did a good job. I finished the Harry Potter series. Pretty good, right?
Yeah.
J.K. Rowling might be a transphobic, like, kind of a bitch, but, she
can write the fuck out of
She
some
finished a
books.
good series, yeah. The second one, or the fourth one, actually, was Midnight in Chernobyl. And that was just the build-up, the disaster and the aftermath of, Chernobyl.
Yeah.
It was just a good history on that. One podcast that I was listening to is by Ian from Necronomipod. It was called Promised Land, and it was about Jonestown.
Oh, okay.
And it was 10 parts, and it was equally him talking, commentary, and equal parts actual audio, because they recorded everything, dude. Like, audio, everything. And so he had so much of audio, and it was just captivating to listen to him talk, and you get to hear his transformation from Indianapolis preacher, right? Good guy, did so much for segregation, for equal rights, to integrate every class, every race, every gender into equality into his group, until the very end. Well, up until the end, you could tell, like, when they went from Indiana to San Francisco to Guyana, it was like from San Francisco to Guyana just became a totally different person. He was like a dictator, like a leader,
Yeah.
Megalomaniac kind of guy. And then audio of everything, dude. So you get to listen to this, and they even had the audio. So the last episode, spoiler alert, they all fucking die.
Yeah.
And they have the audio of when they were administering the cyanide to the children, and you hear them crying in the background, and he's telling them, like, they're not crying because they're in pain, just comfort your kids, everything's going to be
Jesus
okay.
Christ.
And I was like, this is fucking rough to listen to. So that was on Spotify. The other ones were all books. So then I was telling Claire about this. I was like, this is fucking crazy. And she knew minimum about this. So we watched a show called Cult Massacre One Day in Jonestown. That was by National Geographic, but we watched it on Hulu. That's what we were watching when you were like, where the fuck are you?
Yeah.
Are you dead? And I'm like, no, I'm watching Jonestown, drinking sweet tea. What are you doing? So we got to the point where you see what was happening. But they have, so when Congressman Leo Ryan went there, he brought camera crews with him. So when they got there, they documented everything, right? There's so much footage of it. You had audio from
that's
before,
kinda rare.
and then you had actual film footage, because they brought, like, New York, whatever, San Francisco, and like the AP press all brought cameramen and everything else. So much footage, dude. It's crazy, and we're at the point where everything went down at the airport. The cyanide's been administered, and now it's the aftermath. And they're hovering over Jonestown in helicopters, and you just see the bodies everywhere, and it's rough, dude.
Damn.
What else? We watched the Behind Your Eyes show on Netflix. We watched a show called a movie called The Rental, which is about this couple that gets an Airbnb, and they get, like, murked out by, like, a guy with a hammer. So I was like, this movie is terrible for the Airbnb, like, marketing or whatever industry.
Airbnb suck.
It does. And I'm always thinking, like, they're watching us. Like, that's why I
Right.
just crank one out every room I go into. And then, like I said,
Jizzing
we
everywhere.
watched the Shane Gillis special on Netflix, and I thought it was fucking hilarious. We
I
stayed
love
up
Shane Gillis.
eating gummies, and we watched that, and then we watched the Theo Vaughn, like, Ordinary People or Regular People.
Yeah. I love
Wasn't
Theo.
as funny.
I love
It was
Theo.
still good, but Shane Gillis was fucking hilarious. And I started his show Tires on Netflix.
Is it good?
It's good, dude. It took me a minute to get into it. 'Cause it's like The Office, right?
Yeah.
They just work in a car shop.
Yeah.
But it's the same kind of shenanigans, like
Yeah.
workroom bullshit. And like I might have like 2 episodes left. I might finish them when I get home, even though it's now 12:15 because
Not bad.
Matt thought I died
Not
and he
bad.
wouldn't give me a welfare check until 9:30.
I thought, again, I think, it's short episode, 2 hours.
Is it?
2 hours. Yeah, 2 hours. Which I'm fine
I'm gonna
with.
listen to it on Monday. I'm stoked.
I'm fine with it.
I'm gonna laugh by myself at work like a maniac.
I'm fine with it.
I'm gonna go home and make some memes. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm going to post tonight.
Really?
Yeah.
You're gonna drop it tonight?
Yeah, why not? I'm going to be up.
Well, I was gonna ask you, like, strategically, should we do it on a Monday so people are like, I'm going to work right now, because they're gonna listen to shit on Saturday. They're gonna be like,
Yeah, they'll save it for
guys.
Monday.
or they'll forget. We're very forgettable.
Yeah.
That's when I'll drop the memes, though. I'm gonna take that picture you sent me. You're like, send me a picture of your setup. Basically, like, fuck you. Where are you? And I'm gonna set it to some music.
All right.
We'll figure it out.
All right. All right, well, if you got nothing else.
I got fart so bad, dude. I'm gonna go home.
What do you
and
do?
I'm
Just
probably gonna
rip
do
it.
shit. No,
I got a candle going, dude.
I can't. I'm gonna blow that candle out from
have
here.
ambiance. All right, let's hit it.
You want to do this again soon?
6 months.
Damn it. I want to talk Halloween, dude. That's
6
my
months.
favorite holiday. Halloween and then Christmas, but I'm such a Halloween fan.
We will do a Halloween episode because we have to.
We have to. We got to do Spooktober. We got to get somebody on. We got to figure it out. We got to get a schedule set.
Alex, hit us up if you want in. Anybody else? Brady.
So, friend.
Brady, shout out Kumar Rocker, who had a fucking phenomenal MLB debut. I don't know if you saw that.
Are we still recording? We're just talking over
he had
this.
17 swings and
I
misses.
thought you were going to say strikeouts, dude.
No, he had like 7 in 4 innings,
Best name of the
I think.
game.
Yep.
All right, well, we got 5 seconds. So
For
wrap it
Matt.
up, dog. And I'm Andrew.
We're out.
All right, bye.